on a pitch. Coming and done like the stick. Hardly got numbers on Twitch. This ain't a glitch you thought. Homie, you looking distraught. Thinking you're needing a shot. Roll up the weed on the spot. This is too much for these hoes. They be allergic to flows. Easy and busy we go. Up in your nugget for those feeling forgotten. But no, we ain't forgotten you so. Spoiling you rotten and yo. Telling you this so you know. We got the wind at our backs. Spitting the balls over tracks. Who got the heat in the sacks? We got the heat in the back. Take a sip. Take a hit. Take a rip. Take a dip. And if you really must take a shit. Hope you feel better. Lighter than you ever did. Us falling off. That's a never kid. Doing what you never did and you're whatever kid. Us falling off, that's a never did. Come again? That's a never did. Us falling off, that's a never did.
Yo, none of them worry we. RP Heavy D. Pick a style, any beat. We'll take it to any street and pull out the heavy heat. We could squash any beef. Not talking about every beef, so let's make this very brief. Niggas is funny tight, broken their money tight. Shoot you with a gun, got no hands for a bloody fight. You stopped at the stop sign, got popped with a Glock 9. A lot of witnesses there, but who's gonna drop time? They snitched on the capo. A snitch is a sapo. They caught the rat though, and let the black go. Once you shit in the hood, you can't go back, bro. You gotta watch your back or get smoked like tobacco. Asshole.
Take a sip, take a hit, take a rip. Take a dip, and if you really must take a shit. Hope you feel better, lighter than you ever did. Us falling off, that's a never kid. Doing what you never did and you're whatever kid. Us falling off, that's a never did.
Come again?
That's a never did. Us falling off, that's a never did.
What is it?
We got another body.
Where?
457 Aesop Street.
On my way, 763.
Take a sip, take a hit, take a rip. Take a dip, and if you really must take a shit. Hope you feel better, lighter than you ever did. Us falling off, that's a never kid. Doing what you never did and you're whatever kid. Us falling off, that's a never did.
Come again?
That's a never did. Us falling off, that's a never did. Never did, never did. You know we laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, we laughing all the way to the bank. They say we laughing all the way to the bank. You know we laughing all the way to the bank.
Slap you in the face with the flavor. Snap like a Slim Jim neighbors. Pile of shit haters. Wake up and catch the vapors. Taking care of beers on the marquee. Rocking for the ages. Rocking them sawed-off gauges and acting outrageous. Be careful, the vibe is contagious. Your mind races. Your thoughts never connect. Cause the vibe got you snapping that neck. Now reflect, see the man in the mirror. I can't say it any clearer. He be wildin' out. He be styling out. He be on the culture, yeah. He be vibing out. Riding on the wall, yeah, you know what he about. He on that real shit, flipping the mic, ready to kill shit. Let him in the building, the killing, the curse, feeling me, spilling his words, killing his spitting his words, venom, a lyrical burst in him. Imagine like John Lennon.
You know we laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, we laughing all the way to the bank. They say we laughing all the way to the bank.
Hey yo, even if it's sunny or gray, I make money all day, then count it up in the money machine. Laughing all the way to the bank, blazing the dank, then escape to the ranch. Make a salad with craft, French dressing, blessing, DJs with a test pressing, bang it on the air while I'm bench pressing. Is less stressing, pumping dumbbells than gun shells. OG style, crack your head like a nutshell. You get done well, cycle less back from hell, and even from a distance you get hit with the funk smell, baby. No time for hanging out. I put in this work, now I'm cashing out. Popping champagne with my campaign, smoking insane till I'm stone crazy in the membrane. While you're on the N train, looking crazy, man. You should be doing stand-up cause you making me laugh, cocksucker.
You know we laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, we laughing all the way to the bank. They say we laughing all the way to the bank. You know we laughing all the way to the bank.
I roll like a Mack truck, running through your block, no backup. Homie, you better pack up, your style's all hacked up. Machete flow, act up, cut you down the size, turn the track up. All you clowns make me crack up, don't get clapped up. Coffee in my cup, get wrapped up, like a gift all wrapped up. Put you under the tree, now sack up. It's incredible, highly formidable. All cities certified, super individual. Body you on principle, it ain't a thing to me. Put your lights out, walk out casually. Another casualty, tear the stage down savagely. You don't wanna get on after me. after me, after me, after me, after me, after me, after me, after me.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party, party, party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party,
Get the motherfucking revenue.
this is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party, party, party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party, party.
We came to kick you on your ball sack and everything in your bag. We taking all that. You better fall back. I know you're stalling that out like you grab a lemon. You try to study the moves and yet it's mind bending. We're here to give you a clinic and charge you by the minute. And everything you put in it will come back and fin it. Put this joint on the table, then you fucking spin it. When you smelling the smoke, you know who fucking lit it. It's just a part of the game, but you ain't got any. You never knew what I had it, and yet I got plenty. What you sipping on? Less than sipping Henny. I'm taking his keys, he had too many.
Party, party, party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party, party, party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party, party.
Yeah, we here. Now they turning up, smoking all kind of stuff. We can't burn nothing. It's too lit. I'm talking about the weed. We got more good bud than you could ever need. I'm fucking up. It's not a bad thing, player. See that bitch right there? I'm about to fuck her upstairs. It's a party. As soon as we walked in, my new best friend is your ex-girlfriend, and your next one too. She was in our crew before she met you. She telling the truth. She said too short. That's my homie. Did she tell you all night she used to shake that monkey at my house after the after party? Her phone keeps ringing. Where's my shorty? She ain't answering. She's having too much fun. You come to my house and baby, you gon' come. Yeah.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party, party, party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do.
That's right.
This is what we came to do. Party, party.
Hey yo, from NY to Calabasas, groupies be chasing us, grabbing asses. Backstage with the axis passes. All they really want is some satisfaction. They wanna hang with Too Short, they idle. Now they boyfriends is acting suicidal. Don't worry, we just wanna bend the back, have a little fun and send her back. Pop a few bottles, celebrate the LP. She like working out and eating healthy. Her whole crew like the
Paging Dr. Greenthumb, now come light up.
When I pulled up to the party with 2 kegs, I seen her dancing, opening up her 2 legs, looking like she needed a good pipe. She got hammered and passed out, didn't even say goodnight.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party, party, party. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. Party, party, party. This is what we came to do.
It's a party,
This is
baby.
what we came to do. This is what we came to do.
You know how we do.
This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do. This is what we came to do.
Nate Watts.
This is what we came to do.
funky with it.
This is what we came to do.
funky with it.
This is what we came to do. Party,
Come on,
party,
come on.
This is what we came to do.
Yeah.
This is what we came to do.
Be real.
This is what we came
Too
to do.
short. Psycho easy. Let's go.
When I have that, when I go on a rampage, just that shit you crack a beer to in your man cave. All the fans can't wait for the exact date. The beat is original, psycho less handmade. I walk in the spot, ladies looking glamorous, sipping on tequila. That could be hazardous. Women get feisty and spicy like sriracha. If that's flying out, tell your homegirl she's borracha. The liquor starts kicking in, the DJ killing it. Two-stepping with a drink, everywhere spilling shit. Setting off smoke alarms, weed from the local farms. Put your hands on me and leave with two broken arms. Take it from the mob boys, get your fingers chopped off. Betrayal is a bitch, you see what happened to Bob Ross. Try to act minister with a forgery signature. Put a hole in your head and keep it sinister, the finisher.
Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy.
Yes, it's live right here on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, X, and the home site, www.BREAL.TV. What it be like? It's a Dr. Greenthumb show. To my right, Mr. Goodlight, DJ C-.
Hello, and the happiest of Fridays to you all.
And our special guest today, one who was riding the Cypress line before many started riding the Cypress Hill line. Our brother, Mike Nardone, up in here.
Thank you, man. Good to be here. Good to see you guys.
Good to have you here, brother. We have the Treehouse Crew, Bolton Blombo, Bra Bra, and the Dominator.
Yo, what up? We're doing good.
We got the legendary Steph Tone the Strong in the building.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday.
And we have the Concentrate King, Cali Blaze, up in here.
What it do, people?
Want to welcome my man Mike. Let me tell y'all, let me put y'all into some game here. Look, and he could co-sign this. Early on in many hip hop career, one of the things that you hoped for was that you captured the university music scene, like, you know, that you could get on the college radio and then push through doing shows through all these universities with these young people and winning them over. And one of the first, if not the first, I'm going to have to say probably the first spinning our music on the college circuit was my man right here, Mike Nardone. I believe it was Real Estate was one of them, right?
Yeah, it was the demos.
It was the demos.
It was first period.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
And where was this? What station?
That was at KXLU, right there at Loyola Marymount.
Yeah.
Right on the west side.
Yeah. The college kids in that area were getting a small dose of Cypress Hill before we actually released, because those were the demos. And
so was that 91 or 90? Like, when did you come out? Beginning of 91
yeah,
or
about, right?
I think 91. When did you get signed? Because it was before you were signed.
We got signed in 90, I believe it was.
So it was before. It was that 5 song tape,
right?
Which I still have.
Yeah. Wow, you still have that?
Yeah.
I don't have none of that shit. It's all too many moves in life. But yeah, I mean he was the first one putting our shit down, and I think it influenced a lot of folks to like open their ears to what we were doing. And again, back at that time, the major labels, if you were signed to a major label, they wanted you to be able to hit in that college circuit. It was important because, you know, back then it all started there.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, they all had like Sony had they had college reps like in every city. So they'd have sometimes college kids be the reps, and they would go hand out records and hand out tapes and hand out stickers at UCLA, at USC, at Loyola, just for Southern California. But you had that throughout the country.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We're going to need you to bring that demo down here and play it for us.
Yeah, right? Shit, that is awesome.
Yeah. And, you know, and even when, like, me and Chalk first came into radio, like, we came into, like, playing on a crossover station, it was always that we noticed right off top as we got to understand the radio, like, market and the scene, that, like, the college scene is definitely where you had all the dope groups first.
Yeah.
And so that's where we started paying attention to right off top, because it was the college reps that were passing out the Cypress Hill. They're passing out the Fugees. They were passing out the Alcoholics and Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I mean? Like, so we started paying attention to, like, hey, if it's hitting on the college scene, then
it's gonna hit.
Then it's gonna hit. Yeah. Yep. I mean that's the pretty much the testing ground for you. You know, if it connects with them and it goes, it's gonna leak out into the street.
Oh yeah.
Spread like wildfire.
And it's and a lot of us, you know, ran that circuit. I remember, like, our first few years was doing a bunch of college shows, like doing the radio show, obviously doing a show, and, you know, coming back next year, hitting the same spots, maybe with the new music. And that went on for several years before you eventually grow out of the college scene. It's much like the way that Chicano rappers had to fuck with the car shows.
Right.
You know, you did that for a while, but you had to eventually break away out of that so you get more shows, you know, a little bit more diversity in your shows, right? You want to be able to come out of the college circuit and do something bigger. But that's where you build it. Because those kids are going to school, listening to your music, partying to your music, studying to your music, coping with life to your music. So when all that stuff is past, they'll come to the shows later if you're still active enough and if you're, you know, putting it down and whatnot. But it all starts there. Well, it used to all start there. Now it's like jumpstart. Like YouTube is where.
And the energy was wild, man. The energy at those college shows was just fucking crazy. People would literally be like all in because there was no cell phones, nobody taking really pictures. It was literally just enjoying the music. Isn't that where, I hate to bring up his name, but didn't Diddy, like somebody die at one of his college parties? Wasn't that like a college party? Or something like that?
He was promoting, like, the thing is, where he was promoting was definitely the college crowd.
Right.
But it wasn't like a college party.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just a hip hop jam he was throwing. You know?
Yeah, hip hop event. He's going through it right now, boy. Victim number 3 is like, whew.
I haven't been following it much. I got to catch up to see where they're at.
Oh, man.
What's coming out, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if you had to pay ticket to that show, you'd be getting your money's worth off like of all the shit that is very consistent from each chick who's like had the relationship with him and his assistants. Like they're all saying the same shit that they had to do. Like from the assistant, I had to carry X, Y, and Z. I had to pay for X, Y, and Z. I witnessed X, Y, and Z.
Oh, yeah.
Right? All the assistants have their own story and witnessing similar like things in their different times, even the ones before Cassie, right?
Oh yeah.
And now the last girlfriend that he had, up to the point where they were going to do a fucking freak off the night he got caught. She was with him all the way up to then and been saying that she didn't want to do none of this shit. It was work. She had the longest session was like 30 fucking hours.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
And then on a birthday, she thought he was taking her out to like a date night, just her and him. And he fucking brought in a male escort, and it ended up going 18 hours on her birthday. Sweet. And most of the time, it's like the escort fucking the chick for as many hours, and then Diddy would jump in, like much later in the game.
I mean,
like very cucked, like
it's cuckold.
Very, very cucked out, like on a level beyond any cuckness you might have known before.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. But like, she was basically saying this was like work. Like I couldn't do shit. Like she was explaining how like one of her friends, put her on to fucking OnlyFans or whatever, and that her friend was saying like I made $4 million. Just showing nude pics and bikini shots and this, that, and the other, blah, blah. You should join OnlyFans. And she fucking proposed it to Diddy, and Diddy shut her down 2-3 times to not allow her to make any money because he wanted her to be dependent of him so that he could constantly be directing like, okay, we're going to do one of these tonight. And she could stop doing it because he would cut off the fucking money because basically he was supporting her at the time. It's a whole lot of fuck shit.
Pimp game.
No, it's beyond pimp game. It's cuck game, and pimp game. But really, you know, it's like what the trip is that you know he paid for all these fucking dudes to be fucking his ladies, and then he got enjoyment out of that.
So what I'm still trying to figure out what are they charging him with? That's not illegal.
Oh, no. You have to pay attention to some of the shit, like the fact that, you know, he was threatening and coercing and then paying for it with company money, flying this dude or that chick or whatever from here to there.
Making it a business expense.
Yeah. And then threats.
Gotcha.
You know, so that's
the illegal part.
They put up all that shit. First the pattern, and then the pattern of abuse, and then obviously they get to the racketeering. This is I believe the last victim that's testifying. I don't know who else is coming in, but fuck, they hadn't even got to the tapes yet.
Dude, crazy. It reminds me a long time ago, a friend of mine who was a sex worker, she told me, she was like, you'd be amazed at the richer the person is, the more into humiliation they are.
Really?
Like, because it's sometimes these people that are so powerful and have all this money, they come to a woman or anybody, whoever, whatever your choice is, and to get, humiliated because it centers them.
Yeah, but he's not humiliating himself.
No. But just to saying, like, people that love to get, like, so, like, Diddy being a cuckold, which is nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their thing, but like the thing is, like all the shit he did while in that, like it's just fucking, it's
definitely.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. I'll tell you that shit. He's it's a mountain he's got to climb right now.
But is he facing, like you said, this is his last, the last
Well,
witness you heard?
that's just like the victim list that they have right now.
Gotcha.
I don't like the witness list of people, like, you know, what they saw, what they, you know, whether it was the freak offs or whether it was him beating one of their asses or threatening. I mean, that's probably what's coming next. And then they're probably going to show some of the tapes to the jury, like him directing this shit.
They had tons of footage. Like they said, they had terabytes worth of footage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His whole motto from the beginning of when he really started blowing it, he's like, film everything.
Right.
Like,
And he was
his words.
If you took a shit in his bathroom, he saw it.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it's a federal case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the feds have like the impeccable track record of winning their cases.
No, not really.
I mean, pretty strong.
They win a lot of cases, but they don't win them all.
But most.
But most, yes.
Yeah. They
Usually, if they're sending Homeland, they got some shit on you, and you know all this stuff that we're seeing is building up to the get down, like, because I mean, you know, they're not going to utilize resources on 3 of your fucking properties unless they have something on you. Somebody flipped. I mean, he got, aside from all that shit, he still got those fucking guns, man. Those are federal. That's federal charges right there to have guns that that are banned here, and then the fucking serial numbers.
That's bad, yeah.
Fucking shaved off.
Right.
That is fucked right
Is
there.
that New York or it's California?
Huh?
Was the guns in New York or California? Do you know?
I believe some of the guns were in California. Yeah.
New York will be even worse. They're real strict with guns.
Well, shit, they're strict with guns out here.
No, you can't.
But New
even
York
get
is
one.
worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like if you live in upstate, you might. But if you live in any of the boroughs, my friend's brother was a corrections officer for 20 years. When he retired, the first thing he went to, they take your gun. He went to go apply it. He got denied. He had to move out of state. He was like, bro, they'll kill me. He was like, I was a corrections officer. Anybody who I beat up or did, they're waiting to find me outside. He was like, and now I can't even. He couldn't even get a gun. No criminal record. Worked
Shit,
basically
move out of the state.
For 20. He did. He was like, I'm out.
Yeah,
He
get the
bounced.
fuck out of the state.
Because you can't get guns. It's really tough to get a handgun in New York. Really tough.
Yeah. As it should be. Some of you motherfuckers are crazy over there.
Yeah, they shouldn't have guns.
It's a smaller place too, you know. Easy. Yeah, it's way too packed. But I love it. Love New York, gotta say.
The best.
Yeah. Mike, who right now do you feel is like who are you keeping up with you know, all the new artists that are coming out these days? Who's exciting you right now?
New on a level. Like, I don't know if there's someone I like some of what I've heard from Coast Contra.
Yeah.
Those kids
Very
are
dope.
nice.
Griselda, they're dope too.
Griselda's dope. Everything Blue does is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like Blue a lot. He's not new at this point.
Yeah.
Let me think. Who's new?
Right?
I'm waiting for the new Al and Most Def record.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's gonna be ridiculous.
It's crazy that Al did the shit with Erykah Badu.
Yep.
Yeah.
First album in a long
Fucking
time.
amazing. Like, that's something no one would have called, I think.
No, but you know it's going to be amazing, and they're even like doing like a couple shows overseas together. They're for
no
like,
shit.
Al and Erykah together on stage. Like,
Oh.
that's going to be sick.
He's probably DJing back there, and she's on the drum machine that when she does her show, she has a little station right there too.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I like all the collaborations that are happening these days.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Do you see what would you like to see right now if you could see a collaboration happen?
I want to hear the Nas Primo record.
Oh man,
Like that. I'm looking forward to that. Like, come on, let's go.
Front to back Primo production.
It'll be crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to hear like something else, like Royce with someone else. Like,
Yeah.
But just dedicated, not another Primo record per se, but another Royce record.
Right. You know, I think it's dope when Primo's doing stuff like that, like collaborating with other artists and doing like the whole fucking project, and not just like a few beats here and there, or half it's Primo and the other half is like, you know, a bunch of other producers, like just having that sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like having Muggs produce your whole record.
Do one record. Do one producer, like, call it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what's his name's doing a record? Count Bass D and Euro Drog.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
That kid Hit Boy was doing a lot of full projects over the last couple of years.
Dude,
You saw a lot of whole albums by him.
Dude, he did 6 albums with Nas.
It's crazy.
Front to end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they all sound great.
And they sound amazing.
And he gave Nas a sound on those albums. And to me, that's what it is when you're using one producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You use too many. You don't got a sound. You just got a bunch of songs. And they might go together. If you strategically place them properly, it might work. But realistically, it's nothing like having one producer at the helm and you creating the shit from the ground up and creating a sound for that piece.
Dude, you mentioned your old drug. I really like the stuff him and Madlib have done together.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
You know what I mean? And he's dope. Like lyrically, like he's always got good stories and concepts. Like, yeah, I've been fucking with him for like the last 10, 12
He's
years.
dope. The only thing I bitch about is with everyone now is like a minute and a half songs.
Yeah. Okay,
that
that's
fucking kills me.
2.5 to 3 minutes it should be.
It should be about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
3.5 if you're going long. You know what I'm saying?
But at least 2.5.
But a minute and a half. I mean, with that mentality, you could put 30 songs in an album, and it's the ADD album.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
You're only getting paid for 10.
Yeah, you only get paid for 10 no matter how short them songs are, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it. Have a short, sweet, fucking, catchy song, but like they can't all be a minute and a half, a minute 50.
Fucking intro.
There's no meat and potatoes on the track. There's just the appetizer, if you will.
Right. Yeah. Too quick.
Yeah.
I first noticed like the short song spans was like, I think Mad Villain.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was because it was just like sometimes be like one verse or 2 verses from Doom, and then it would just fade right out. You know what I mean? It would just be like, oh, okay, damn, it's 2 minutes. Okay, cool. Like I started noticing that's when like songs started getting a lot shorter. But yeah, I sometimes a minute 30.
Like, where's the rest of it?
Yeah, when the songs are shorter, but they got fucking 27 songs on the fucking album.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't either. I won't even try to understand it. It's like, come on, man, do the math. I mean, a couple of songs that, a minute and some seconds, cool. But like the album, you got to have like enough time. I mean, fuck. If you were to only put 10 songs or 11 songs, 12 songs of songs at a minute and a half, that album's going to be about 35 fucking minutes. Maybe.
If that.
If that. Yeah. Probably more like 20.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 songs, 3 minutes would be 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah. So if it's
and if you got a couple of intros or outros or interludes, you might get it up to 30 minutes and some seconds.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, no. Oh, man. But I'll say, it's like when you do a show, all your show is a fucking medley at that point.
I think don't worry about the length of how long the songs are or the record. Don't worry about being, 10 or more or less tracks. Make an interesting record. That's all you got to do,
Yep.
That could be any number of songs at any length of time.
Yeah.
Just keep it interesting.
True that.
That's all.
As an artist, that's your job.
That's all it is. Just keep it interesting.
Keep it interesting, impactful, insightful, provocative. All those things, you know what I'm saying? No matter, whether you're talking about something or talking about nothing.
Yeah, because if you're just putting stuff on there and it's like, well, we just added 9 more minutes to the record. I was like, what do you mean you added 9 more minutes? Well, it didn't need to be heavier. It didn't need the 9-minute wait. It just needed quality.
Quality.
I think that was a problem back in when people started recording on CDs, like making CDs.
Yeah.
Because you had all that extra time.
Yeah.
And cats would just put more songs, and they'd do double CDs.
Oh, that was the worst.
And it was like, everyone was on it. Everyone was on it. There were like 5 good songs. Come on.
Shit, I remember Fat Joe had released something, and it was like fucking 30 songs on it, and each song had a feature. It was like a triple album, if you will. Wow. It would damn near, like 27 songs had a feature, like 2 or 3 songs were like... him by himself.
Yeah,
it's okay to edit yourself.
Yeah.
To a point, right?
Hey, look, I was saying it like some months ago. I think I don't know if it was Cypress Hill 4 or one of those. I felt like we had way too many songs. You know, we had like fucking I think 17 or 18 songs, maybe 19 or some shit, and it wasn't a double album. It's a fucking single album because there's a difference, right?
Yeah.
Are you paid different?
And that was
double?
Yeah, you definitely. You know, the publishing is different. But when I was listening to that album, because I was trying to like get certain songs back in my head in case we play them live, it's the longest fucking shit ever, man. And you know that's something from our catalog. And 4 is one of my favorite albums, but it's way fucking long. Or it could be Stoned Raiders. No, it's fucking 4.
Yeah, they open.
Yeah, and not all those are fucking intros and interludes. All those are bona fide songs. 18. You know, we should have just went with 12 of those because it was strong enough to just pick 12, and the rest could have been bonus shit for Europe and an EP. But no. But no, we as artists think we know everything when we really didn't at that time, and we fucking stuck 18, 19 songs on this fucking album, which I love this album. It's one of my favorites, but it's way too fucking long. I have to listen to it in pieces if I'm going to, because it's just... I mean, Black Sunday is like 47 minutes, 45 minutes maybe, pushing it. That fucking album's like an hour 15 or some shit.
Yeah, but if it all creates like I said, like that collective, cohesive vibe, you know what I mean? Where like you're like, I can listen to this thing from start to finish, you know what I mean?
And you can with that album too.
Yeah, so then it doesn't matter what the number is, you know what I mean? The when the whole thing speaks for itself. So it doesn't matter. It could be any number of tracks. That length of time is whatever, you know what I mean? Like that, like Rain and Blood for Slayer is a perfect example, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's got hella songs.
Hell yeah.
It's not even 30 minutes long. It's like 21 minutes long, I think, the whole record.
When the songs are compelling, you don't worry about the time. And that's why I could live with Cypress Hill 4, but just as me doing it, when I listened to it, I was like, fuck, it's mad overkill. We could have fucking just used 12.
Stormtroopers of Death got Speak English or Die. It's like
I wonder what
nothing.
I wonder what the longest running album is, like running time.
There
you know? Because when you got guys like Queen who did like, 4 to 5 to 9, 10-minute songs, Zeppelin did, and all those guys, but they didn't put as many songs on the album.
Yeah.
They maybe put like 9 to 10 songs on a fucking album, but one of those songs might have been 4 to 6 minutes.
What's the longest time you could put on a record?
But yeah, you had limits to vinyl space.
I think, limit to
vinyl. It's 15 minutes each side before the
go.
compression starts to like, you start losing sound quality.
Yeah, but CD, what is that?
CD is 80 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah, so at the time, CDs were cracking.
Yeah. So there's got to be an album that was like 80 minutes, like right on the fucking, like used every single
Yeah.
I thought they were like 120s and stuff like that. Just the quality wasn't good. I thought I remember CDs being 120s.
If you had long ass songs and those albums ran like really long, they put 2 discs, even though it's not a fucking double album.
You could feasibly, as an artist right now, if you had it available, which no one does, could go 24-hour live stream new song forever. If you could keep the content going, you could make a live song go forever.
Well, you would have to have a band play perpetually, and there's nobody going to do that.
That's what I'm saying. It would be the most insane undergoing, but it could happen.
I think
I see Prince has a 3-hour album.
What? Yeah.
Emancipation.
Yeah, that's a 3 CD album.
That must. Oh, I thought you were going to rock 4 discs right there with that.
No.
It's how many hours?
3.
3 hours.
3 hours.
That's crazy.
All right, he's at number 1. He's got the longest running album in life. Who's number 2 and 3?
Wait, is that when he left Warner?
Yeah.
When he got out
the
of Warner?
EMI record.
Okay.
The EMI record.
Yeah, and I think he turned his name back to Prince, right?
It was
From
still
the symbol.
the sign, but it was produced by Prince.
Yeah.
So
he was coming back.
Yeah,
So
sort of.
Prince was coming back.
He's alluding to it, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
That was the coldest shit anybody had ever did. Is called himself the artist formerly known as. That was brilliant.
because he was like,
Sick fuck. I love that guy, even though he didn't really like us too much.
Doesn't mean you don't have to love his music. Yeah, man.
Oh, I love his
Love
music.
back.
Absolutely.
All right.
I remember a song. I don't know, but there was a song by Goldie. It was on this one album, and it was called Mother. It was an hour long.
One song?
One song,
Wow.
an hour long, drum and bass. And I think if Beer, you might want to look it up, but I think the Flaming Lips did a song that was like over 24
right
hours.
here, 4 hours long.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a song?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm looking for an album though. Like, so how long is their album then? If this one song is fucking 4 hours,
That was the one song they did. Just the one song that was for.
so that's the whole album. The one song is the whole album.
Yeah.
That's a little too artsy for me.
That's
Fuck
fucking
outta here.
terrible.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Somebody said Tool has an 80-minute song.
That's overkill too. It's like, so then how long is your album? If you just put it out as a single and it's not on any album, okay, that song is basically an album, right? Because it's going to have nuances that breaks it down into different shit. There's just no pause points.
I could respect an 80-minute song though. I mean, that's a whole show.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to. But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to put out an album if it's an 80-minute song. That 80-minute song is the fucking album essentially. It's
Longer
just
than
called the
most.
song.
It's just a concept album,
Right.
right? It's just
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
one concept.
Oof, that's 80 fucking minutes though. Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's writing a show though. I mean, you could write a
That's an hour and 20 minutes of commitment.
Like when you're building a set list, you're doing the same thing. You're just doing it with hella songs. I mean, they just made hella songs in one.
Yeah, but see, they're not calling it an album. They're calling it a song.
This is 4 hours long.
What?
Oh
Miles
yeah,
Davis.
Bitches Brew. Yeah.
Oh.
But that's like.
But that's a complete set.
That's a complete set. So that's
not
like
the way it came out.
Yeah, I think the original was like 2 CDs. There are 2. Like I know it was double vinyl.
Bitches Brew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Prince has the record for longest album.
I mean, 3 hours is a lot.
3 hours is a lot.
And it was, dude, he had every kind of, he had covers, he had slow jam.
Imagine he goes on tour and that's the album he's playing.
That's what
I'm only
he did.
playing this album. So you're locked in for 3.5 hours, all right? So bring your seat pillows, your bottles of wine.
Yeah.
With strawberries.
Strawberries.
I see Chris Brown has a 2 hour and 38-minute album with 57 tracks.
Crazy.
Jesus.
Why?
Trying to make up for the beating.
I'm just saying. Jesus Christ, Cali Blaze, stop that.
I'm just saying.
You're gonna run into
Sometimes
your,
you get
you're gonna
prolific.
run into his crew and they're gonna give you a beating.
It's all good.
No, it's not all good. Hell no. We can't allow that.
I mean, 2 hours. That's
2 hours. It's not 3.5. But I still would not be sitting down in one setting listening to this fucking album. Hell no. I'd have to listen to it pieces. I mean, that's like going to see Lord of the Rings, for fuck's sake. It's a commitment.
Damn, when you look at it like that.
Yeah.
It is.
You better not have shit to do. You better be on a long ass drive.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you know, if it's 2.5 hours, do you see yourself getting out of the car, putting your fucking headphones on or earbuds, and then listen to the rest of it while you're at the crib or you're at work? Some people might, but I ain't invested like that. I'm going to listen to it, you know, either on a long ass drive somewhere or I might not listen to it if it's that fucking long, man. That's a long time. That's
like books back in the days. Like I wouldn't even think about reading a book if it looked a certain way. Like, I'm not joking. Like I looked at it like no fucking way.
Like daunting.
My dad was exact opposite. The bigger the book, the more he'd read. Like The Hobbit and shit. Like, bro, those books look like a dictionary. Back
Yeah.
Can't even pick
long
it up.
stories.
Crazy.
Some
600,
people love the
800
stories.
page books.
And he's just
bro,
blaring
right
through 'em.
into them.
Books like that are intimidating to some, yes.
To me, I'm like, no way. I ain't even starting that fucking thing.
I could read the long books. I haven't read a good book in a while, but like, yeah, it never really bothered me because on tour, you know, when you're on the bus or you're on the fucking airplane, whatever, you could always read. I used to read a lot in the 90s. I was reading a lot of books back then on the flights and shit like that. They didn't have all the entertainment that you have now. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
They didn't have the fucking iPhone with the fucking music and all that shit. Yeah. A book.
Dude. Trying to explain to the young kids.
In the 1900s, we read
that?
books.
In the late 1900s.
What the hell is that?
Or we had to, you know, when kids are so used to just going to their phone to check out any album, any band they want, we would have to physically take our ass to the record store,
right,
and be like, "Hey man, do you have an open copy of this? I want to check it out before I buy it," or whatever. You know what I mean? Or when the malls, remember when the mall record stores had the listening stations?
Yeah,
Game
that
changer.
was so cool.
That
you can check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool that you could like check it out beforehand. That cost a lot of motherfuckers record sales though.
Did?
Yeah.
They instead of blindly.
Because they
just
might have
buying-
had one good song and then the rest was trash.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Pff, I'm only gonna buy the single when this comes out. So it was like, you know, you could win or lose in that with those stations. You know what I mean? But they were genius though, because like you could sort of weed. It was almost like crate digging.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see this record. Let me make sure I could fucking peel something off of it before I invest in this fucking record right here.
Oh yeah.
That always tripped me out when motherfuckers would go to the record stores with the Fisher Price deal and fucking listen to the shit before they bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Checking for samples on that little shitty little turntable, but you could hear it.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite was always looking at years, like years and labels.
Oh, and who's on it?
And who's on it? Yeah, if someone if you saw Ron Carter playing on any album you bought, no, there was going to be some heat when it came to bass.
Or the problem was that fool played everything. He played on so many records.
Oh man,
Ron Carter was on everything.
Yeah, dude. So
I mean, Q-Tip did him a service by mentioning him, but fuck,
that was him playing.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm saying he was on every record, and when Q-Tip put him on the record,
yeah,
then every one of us was like, "Oh fuck, I need a Ron Carter record. I need a Ron Carter record."
Yeah,
Crazy how that happens.
Overkill, man. Whew, chasing the sample.
Yes.
Chasing the sample.
And that becomes very addicted, you know, an addictive feeling too when you find that one record. Because like I said, used to go to the record stores. I still do, like when I'm looking for records and I see something that it just looks like it feels cool.
Yeah.
Like, and just
The album covers everything.
it's speaking to you, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to buy this. And you
There
go
might
home.
not be any hits on it, but there
it
might be one, like a couple of gems.
Yeah, you might go, oh shit, I hear something, or you might find a new song that becomes your favorite. Either one of the two, something you can sample, or be something that you go, oh shit. Then you know that becomes like the addictive feeling of like, I hope it happens again next time I go into.
You know what's crazy in the crate digging? If like, let's just say you have a song that was made by like 3 or 4 different artists, because they would do a lot of covers back in that day. Like we all know that Hitsville did this over for Motown, right? And you could have a song by the Temptations, or you know Marvin Gaye or Gladys Knight, or any one of those artists, and they're all different versions of the same song, and you always find a fucking sample out of one of those fucking songs that someone covered, because they played something just a little bit different in the front end or the back end or the break, and you know, and it's a trip, because some of the ones that are remakes have the actual shit you would sample.
Yep.
Like if you go back, look at some of the original songs and then look at the remakes, and you'll find more samples in the remakes than you will the original.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, but I've come to notice this. Yeah, so some songs, yeah, they're sample worthy off top, but when you hear some of the remakes, some of them are obscure. They're not always hits like the original.
Mm-hmm.
They have something on them. I was just listening to something. I think that Jerry Butler was the original artist on it. Can't remember who was covering the song or remade it, but that other version was better because the instrumentation on it was something you would actually sample and turn into something, where the other one is maybe a little too busy, or you know you're not going to get off with a fucking Motown sample so easily, whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's a weird thing.
Would you say that you could get away with sampling now way more than the past?
Probably more acceptable
because I feel like the technology, the things that we can do to create the sample now
Well,
are so much more.
Most definitely you can, for sure. But, now there's more of an understanding between those artists and how you go about, using a sample without getting sued for it. Because back in the day, it was like a fucking Wild West trying to use a sample and maybe not clear it because you're afraid that they're going to not clear it and then it blows your fucking hit song.
Oof.
So some people took chances and didn't clear samples, and some people said, if you had the major label that were sticklers to clearance, you had to clear that sample. And if you did clear that sample, you might have given up all your publishing to that artist for use of that sample. And you might have a hit, but you ain't getting any publishing royalties at all. What you're getting paid on is going and doing the shows and the merch at the shows, but you ain't getting paid a fucking dime on publishing because you had to give it up for the samples. That's why a lot of producers end up moving away from samples, because when labels would put that on the producer, it's like, well, you're the producer, you used the sample, it's on you. They got to give up all their publishing and shit. They don't want to give up their publishing, so they're like, well, fuck this sampling shit. I'm going to try something different. And that's why sampling left hip-hop for a good long time. And it's, it's come back here and there, and people are still doing it, and they've learned how to utilize it and harness it in a way that no one's going to get sued. Everybody's going to get theirs, and they don't have to give up everything. But back in that early time, when they didn't like hip-hop, especially the old school artists, shit, they were trying to take all that publishing, even for a fucking intro. I mean, Syl Johnson sued us for something he didn't own, and we've talked about this on the show, on an interlude, right? That someone in his band created. He tried to take credit for it and sue us, but we had cleared the sample with the estate and the record company that dude was signed to. And Syl Johnson still came and tried to fucking sue us. And take for an interlude, he tried to take all the publishing of the full fucking album.
What a greedy dude.
Dude, and it froze our publishing royalties for 3 years. That's why we were like on the road like fucking crazy, because we weren't making any publishing money because it was frozen until the end result of this lawsuit, which he lost. And he ended up having to pay some of our lawyer bills there, but like we lost 3 years of publishing to that. And then when they unfroze it, a lot of that went to the initial fucking lawyer fees because of the fucking suit for the 3 years. We had to bring in experts on how interludes are just pieces that connect. They're not the important part of the album. He was trying to say that the fucking interlude drove the album sale. Like, how ridiculous are you, old man? Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's why, man, I can't say nothing good about Syl Johnson. Sure, he's a legendary artist, and people have sampled his shit left and right. And he sued every single person who ever sampled something from him. I think when he was suing us, he was suing 9 other artists. Will Smith, Method Man, or something, or the Wu-Tang. He was suing Michael Jackson. He was suing a number of motherfuckers. I don't know how many he won or lost, but definitely lost ours.
He sued Jay-Z and Kanye when they Pete Rock used it for The Joy on the Watch the Throne album, but they cleared it.
Right.
So, but he had tried to like sue them, but like, nah, homie, we cleared this.
I mean, that's one of the reasons Muggs moved away from sampling. That shit right there.
Right.
Too many motherfuckers coming out of the woodworks claiming that they own the sample, and they didn't. But you got to go through that whole fucking bullshit, and then getting our publishing royalties froze for those 3 years. That did, because his got froze too, as the producer. So when that happened, I think it opened a window for him. Like, okay, I got to get out of this sampling and sample in a different way, and not necessarily like going and crate digging and finding something there, like having someone play some shit and then sampling that and then doing all the magic work after that, which he did beautifully. I gotta say, his transition out of doing the crate digging sampling type of shit into what he eventually ended up doing, it was great. I think it was it did him a service to like evolve and grow as a producer. But I got to tell you, he was one of the best at chopping those fucking samples up and putting that crazy ass puzzle together.
Dude, he still is.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I think it's these days, especially, people should definitely be more open to letting people use samples because it makes people want to hear the original. Or,
Yeah.
You know, it really does. Like it'll have them going back to find they love that sound so much. It's like, all right, let me hear the whole song like that. So, you know, I mean, as long as you respect the way, because you are an artist, you don't want somebody taking what you love and turning it into just dog shit either. You know what I mean? So
that part.
There's definitely a line where it's like, all right, one, yeah, I want to get it out there, but do I want to get it out there with that message? I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's a different respect. I think artists in the different genres that used to hate hip hop now collaborate with them and realize what a powerful genre it is and how adaptable it is. I mean, you know, hip hop is made from everything, so it can go with everything. I mean, it's made from metal samples, rock, punk samples, reggae samples, classical music samples, R&B, soul samples, jazz, anything you could think of. So it's adaptable to everything. And I think, you know, when they used to say that it was unoriginal and a fad and all that stuff, you know, they were afraid of what they didn't understand. And now, shit, they all embrace it.
Yeah.
I mean, now you got hip-hop symphonies that are fucking happening. You got motherfuckers that are collaborating with rock and metal and alternative bands with hip-hop. Hip-hop, you know, created sub-genres through its own. You know, it's amazing.
Wait, how did you deal with samples? Like as far as the artist being sampled? Because you guys originally...
Oh, we let them all go.
I thought you didn't originally. I thought you guys didn't want your shit sampled.
No, I mean, I think Muggs didn't want acapellas out there.
Got you.
And he didn't mind the instrumentals, but we rarely put out acapellas and shit like that.
True.
But yeah, no. I mean, when they started sampling my voice, we were like, cool, you know, like fuck yeah. I mean, because that part was up to me. You know, if I was cool, if they were sampling a line from the song,
like "Time for Some Action."
Time for Some Action. When I heard Redman wanted that, I was like, hell yeah, you know. Yeah. But it was disappointing at the same time because I know that Muggs had a song that was similar. The cadence of the way the chorus was slightly different. It wasn't as moving as the way that Redman and them put it together, but there were similarities into it. So after he used it, we couldn't use it. So, but I'm glad that we allowed him to use it because, I mean, fuck, man, it's a legendary song in his catalog. He's a legendary motherfucker, one of my good friends, and it's that little bridge that we got together because, I mean, you know, him and Meth constantly, like, you know, big me up, and they don't have to. They do it, and it means a lot to me because I respect those two dudes and you know, their get down individually and what they've done in their respective crews and all that stuff. So to say that, you know, I was kind of one of their influences, that means a fucking lot to someone who's become this legendary in the game. I mean, Redman is ridiculous.
His last album, Muddy Waters 2.
Oh.
Good Lord, what a banger!
Yeah, he still got that bar spit, man.
Man, that was a great fucking album.
It's so good, dude, and he's so on it, and like, and there's not a whack beat on it.
He sounds better than he did. I'm not even as good. I'd say better. He's more refined. Like, just it's phenomenal.
The only time I would say no is if it was a whack song.
Yeah,
okay. You know, even if I didn't really like the artist, if it was a good song, I would let it go. You know what I mean? But if it's a whack song and it's a good artist, I'm sad to say no.
Yeah, you don't want somebody.
You know what I mean? But like, I have to because like I got to listen to that shit.
Yeah.
But most times when they have cleared the samples with me, yeah, I mean they've been good, and I've, you know, been supportive of it as opposed to the way R&B and soul motherfuckers used to do us and like trying to get everything. Like, nah, go ahead and use it.
How did you feel the first time when you heard EPMD use "Hummin' Coming At You" as the hook for?
I thought that was dope too, because those were our fucking idols right there. Like, so for them to see that we had a little bit of influence over there, that was big for us. I mean, because we didn't know we were on anybody's radar like that. I mean, we were just going. We were too young to pay attention to any of that shit. But like when we heard that, I was like, oh, okay. And then when we heard those two guys, EPMD, were playing our music for guys like Chuck D and Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes and all these other heads, that was crazy. Because I mean, you know, we had a healthy diet of EPMD on the Cypress block. That's for sure. That's crazy.
It's insane.
And yeah, fortunately, I've got to do shit with them, man, and play shows with them and get to know them, man. You know, salute to EPMD, man. But yeah, I still, you know, they still sample my shit here and there, and I'm still cool with it as long as it's a good song, though.
Right.
It's got to be a good song. Don't be coming with that bullshit, y'all. But they don't.
Have you ever declined a song because you didn't like it? You're like, nah, this is whack.
So far, no. Knock on wood.
All right.
They've all been good enough to where I'd
promising.
be like, you know, yeah, that's cool. If I felt offended, then maybe not. But like, I don't, you know, I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Can your label say yes and say fuck you?
No.
Oh, you? No. I really meant that. I know that they have a lot of
No,
control
especially
over-
not after this year because we're getting a lot of our music back from our label now. So
dope.
They can't go over your head.
Yeah, 35 years of finally getting our first album back, and then Black Sunday will follow, and then Temples.
But
of
like
Boo.
20 years ago, if they wanted to, if somebody could, they go over your head and they can say yes and give permission. If they owned it.
No, they because I mean you're the writer on it. You have to give approval. You know, most times you're gonna say yes unless it's some bullshit.
Right.
But most times, yeah, they have to pretty much
go through you.
Yeah, in the end.
Now, if you're getting these albums back, does Columbia still have the right to distribute it, or does it go completely like from once you get your albums back, you pick the new?
I believe we can allow them to distribute it.
That's cool.
Or they would have to license it from us or
There
something
you
like
go.
that. I'm not exactly sure. I gotta look that up. That's a good question. But yeah, I mean, artists, you know, in our situation, you know, when you get signed to 8 albums on your first album, yeah, we got signed to have to do 8 albums. I think we did 7.
Wow.
Because they let us go on a greatest hits album.
Dope.
And the reason they did that was that I sort of like threw that out there because I realized like I knew they didn't want to spend money on our next album. We cost too much at that point. We kept hitting benchmarks that became more expensive for the label right when Napster was fucking soaking up all the attention and people were buying music less and going and downloading it or listening to it on Napster and whatever other site they could. And like they're looking at it like, fuck, you know, the industry's declining and we got to spend all this money on this group. And they loved us, but we were expensive.
Right.
Fuck yeah, they loved you.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as they're recouping.
Because after Def Jam left, we fucking, you know, held it up for them. You know what I mean?
And the Fugees weren't making records.
The Fugees kind of like, you know.
Right. Wyclef had a couple, but
Yeah. I mean, I think us and Nas were holding Sony up pretty hard. And, you know, so I realized they didn't really know how to market us anymore at that point. At that point.
Weren't you so big anyways?
Huh?
You were big. You guys were huge.
Yeah, but our contract was bigger. You know what I'm saying? So, and I knew they didn't want to spend the money and they weren't going to spend it in the right place. So I proposed to them, why don't you let us go on a greatest hits album? We'll make 2 new songs and we'll put that shit on there and you guys don't got to spend all the money that you would have to spend on us. And we'll forego whatever. Just let us go so that you don't tank our next album. And that's pretty much was the last record on Sony. And I didn't have anything bad to say about them because, you know, they treated us right over there. I cannot say anything against Sony Music the way that other artists might have complained about them. I cannot.
Right on.
Yeah.
How long were you with Rough House and then to Sony?
Rough House was the first, I'm going to say 5-6 years, I think. Okay. And then they dissolved.
After
and
4.
Yeah. And then Sony took over the contract.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You didn't have any say in that, right? Like when they dissolved?
That part, no, we did not, because Sony was their distributor. So, that had to go over to Sony, and we were cool with it.
Got lucky, yeah, that you got a good.
We were lucky that it went to Sony New York and not Sony West Coast, because they would have fucked it up. Sorry, Sony West Coast. Y'all would have fucked it up. All y'all that were working at Sony at that time, you probably ain't watching this show. But look, in case you are, I know y'all would have fucked it up. So thank God.
Damn.
There's a God in heaven or an energy up in the sky somewhere that was looking upon us and said, we're going to land you with Donnie Einer. And that was everything.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, man. But once again, back to the sampling. It's a great art form within hip hop. I hope more of it comes back. And you still are hearing a little bit of that come in certain places. It's just, they put all the fuck shit on the radio before they put anything that's, with substance.
You listen to radio?
Not much these days, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of people in terms of the big stations here,
right?
The urban stations here that represent hip hop music and whatnot. They've lost the pulse, and more people are listening to playlists. And we talk about it all the time. More people go to the Spotify playlists or Pandora or whatever the fucking playlists that they go to, but they're not necessarily listening to radio. Because why? If you have all this music available to you uncensored without all the in-between shit in the commercials or whatever, because you could obviously pay for commercial-free music, or you could deal with the commercials, but you still don't got to deal with all the other shit that happens.
Yeah, you don't got the DJ.
Yes.
Right.
Personality.
MC.
The personality, right?
Yep.
And so a lot of these folks that they're marketing and promoting to are not even fucking on, they're not even on the radar for them. And it just goes to show you that they've lost the essence and they've lost the pulse of how it could be and how it should be. But that's what it is, though, in commercial radio. I think they didn't adapt well to what's happening right now.
Well, the music industry as a whole didn't adapt well.
Yeah.
Once Napster hit, it all went.
Yeah.
Right. And and then it's scrambling to figure out how. What do we do?
They hit them with the tidal wave that they weren't prepared for.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Would you say for a personality, like for a DJ, it's more important to be a bigger personality than an actual technical DJ when you're on radio? What's more important?
Well, I mean, in the sense of like being a radio disc jockey, like the DJ, you had to have more of a personality,
right.
like, and that always depended on where they had you time zone wise. Like, the one with the most personality usually had the morning show because they were able to attract the biggest audience. And then you had, mid morning, after, you had mornings, and then you had mid afternoon, and then evenings, right? So all those depended on personalities, and you had to be the most if you were nighttime, you had to be captivating, TSL had to be the most, which is time spent listening. So it was personality was everything, especially in the radio more so. You just were press and play for records and and songs.
Yeah, most of the time the guy that's with the personality, he ain't touching the turntables.
No, he's got his board op.
You got
You got
I
your
think
board op.
Flex, the only reason he survived was that crazy part because he got you hyped as much as you hated.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have DJ'd. He should have stayed off the tables and stopped blowing up and bombing my records and bringing them back 9,000 fucking times.
Yeah.
But when he was hyping that record up before it came on, he'd get you hyped. But then you'd want to choke him.
As annoying as it is, man, it worked.
Stop.
It worked.
Stop.
He annoyed people so much that they went and bought those records because they wanted to hear it all the fucking way through. It's genius.
Dude.
You got what you paid for if you paid through fucking his marketing company.
True. But it was brutal, when he's not on the radio, when he was at the Tunnel on a Sunday night breaking a hip-hop album, and you're trying to hear a song for the first time. You've never heard it, and you're into it. He will
bomb it and bring it back.
Yeah, bro.
That's
like,
what.
please just run it once. Let us hear what it should sound like.
Mike, do you remember going to Water the Bush?
Yeah.
Did you ever go there?
Yeah.
Do you remember that Africa Islam used to do that shit? Oh man, he used to fucking burn a record like that too. Run it back, run it back. We didn't have no bombs then.
Right.
Or sirens, but he was running it back, boy.
Oh, they used to go crazy with it. Yeah, man.
Too much, man. Overkilling.
Motherfuckers would be out there Cali blazing. Play the fucking record already.
Yeah, literally. Like, come on, man. Yo, you have a live crowd. There's a tunnel, huge crowd.
Oh my god,
bro. People getting frustrated. Like, you literally just bring it back. Boom, 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 boom.
Yo, there was one time in Vegas for this MTV party, D-Nice. You remember when I Get Money by 50 Cent came out?
Yeah.
Okay, so this dude, D-Nice, respect OG, but he decided he was going to run that song back I counted 9 times with
insane.
a packed dance floor.
What's it called again?
I Get Money.
Oh, the money. Oh, he run it back how many times?
9.
Yeah, no.
So he let it get to the first like half verse and be like, I get money. And
Did he lost people on the floor, huh?
everyone was standing there just like waiting for the song to just keep going. And then once they figured out they got to the first verse, he was like,
Because it's a different culture out here. The style of DJ in a club here is mad different than it is in New York. You could get away with the fucking run backs in New York. Out here, motherfuckers will look at you like, what the fuck are you doing? What kind of drugs are you on?
Yeah.
I seen it. I seen world-class DJs clear dance floors because they couldn't read the room. You know what I mean? Like they were DJing too much for themselves and not DJing for the room.
That's part of the ego of the DJ, though.
Yeah.
They always, we always think we're right, and then we're not.
Yeah.
It's like
Duh,
we've
bro.
all had embarrassing moments, right?
oh, for sure.
Yeah, you always get humbled a little. You come back
yes.
to reality, and
This
all
is-
right, well, fuck.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's the truth. I've seen some very world-class DJs get humbled.
Yeah.
For sure on that shit. Like they were rocking, but really they were only rocking for themselves. Everybody in the club that wanted to dance, they weren't dancing. They were just kind of standing there waiting to hear an inkling of some kind of shit they could dance to. Well, homie's like, I'm like, wrong party.
right.
Because there's parties for that where it's like the fishbowl DJ shit where like, okay, we're here to watch you, not necessarily dance, you know what I mean? And this usually happens for like guys like Qbert and Mixmaster Mike and the like, right? D Styles and guys like that, right? It's not like where you're going to the party and everybody expects to dance. The girls have had some drinks.
Yes.
The guys are buying the drinks.
Yes.
And everybody wants to hear some shit they know so they could party to. These are two different styles. And if you get that guy who is exhibition style in that party and he doesn't adapt, he's clearing that floor. Mm-hmm. I've seen it. I'm not going to name the DJ. And it's one we all for sure know. But actually, there's a couple of DJs.
Fucking Javi.
No, Javi doesn't. Javi doesn't clear the floor, dog. He knows how to read the room.
Now Javi's one of the best.
I think you gotta put your pride aside and read the room when you're fucking in that thing, because you might want to bust out the tricks, but that might not be the crowd for the tricks.
No.
Because sometimes that exhibition DJing is addictive. Like you're over there ripping it and they're fucking giving it to you, so you want that energy, but it's like. When it's a club where people are not normally fish bowling, they're dancing.
Yeah.
You lose them immediately.
Dude, I would see some of my friends. Sometimes I would go with them to some of their sets, and I'd go hang out and watch. And there's one friend of mine that every time he would get a dance floor cracking, he would start doing doubles, and the crowd would disperse a little more. And I would tell him, "Hey, man, like you should maybe like cut down on these." Like, yo, I'm always gonna be on some hip hop shit. Doing that shit. And I was like, homie, get used to that.
Keeping it real.
Like, get used to seeing those people walk away right now because you decide you want to do doubles on shit for a fucking minute and a half.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like
Not about you.
That's cool for like a little real quick.
Get your little rubs on and fucking do some cool little fucking things, but keep that momentum because you got to keep them there. And he was just like, whatever, man. I'm gonna fucking do some I'm always gonna do some hip hop shit. I was like, cool.
Oh well, you ain't gonna get hired in those clubs. Then
Yeah.
those DJs get mad too because then they're like, come on, how come I can't get hired, or how come I can't get that opportunity, or How come I can't get it? Because you do shit like that.
Yeah, that's not
Not
cool.
the jock ride, but DJ Lord's great at, like, he could do
He's well-rounded,
yeah,
yes.
because he knows how to get an arena going, and when he's doing clubs, he kills it. Nobody's leaving the floor.
Yeah, he could do arenas, he could party rock, and he could fucking direct the ship on the actual show with the artist. I mean, you know, shit. He's directed the ship for Cypress when he's up there on the turntables, you know. And
He was great.
Thank you.
He was fucking great.
Yeah, he's like bringing him on was key in taking steps into the presentation of what we do now. Like Mike was dope, you know, getting to rock with Mike was awesome, but we snapped in with Lord a little bit. It was different. Lord was a huge fan of Cypress, so he knows the songs in and out, and what he's done in the certain places that empty space lives, man, the way he fills that shit up is ridiculous. And he's one of them world-class DJs. And but I gotta say, salute to Julio G, because like when Julio G took over for Muggs, he also took our show to another level, because I mean, you know, he was a world-class DJ, and he brought a sharp, clean fucking presentation, and everything was just spot on with him in these certain pockets, and yeah, he did an incredible job. So we, you know, us as Cypress, so we've been blessed with great DJs. I gotta say, man.
DJs,
Yeah, dude, some of the best ever to do it. Like,
because Muggs was crazy too when he wanted to do something.
oh, he was the best.
You know, if he got bored up there, you weren't gonna see him do much. He was gonna start the song and maybe a couple chickas here and there. But when he was really engaged, you'd see the fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
And you know, I thought moving forward after Muggs, people need to see more turntablism, and Julio brought just enough of it. And then, you know, when we brought Mike in, he brought a lot of it. And then, you know, my time with Lord, I knew like, okay, Lord kind of snaps in better with us. He understands us a little bit different than Mike does. And what he brought with you know, his lock in with Bobo is just so incredible that yeah, it's nuts getting to see them like do the back and forth every night, because they don't do it the same every night. It starts off sort of similar, but they take it to different places every night, and the way that they fucking lock in on that back and forth is ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, that's like I think every time I see them on stage, like it just gets so tighter and tighter. Like, and that's it's dope to see how they just fucking lock in. It's really dope. It's super duper dope.
Yeah.
You guys, I hadn't seen you perform since the 90s, right?
Right.
So when I saw you last year, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. Like, you guys represented hip hop so well. Like, if everyone in this demo, right, could do that, like if every group came out and performed like you guys, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. Like, literally, I was like, holy fuck, Cypress, Jesus Christ, where have I been? What the fuck was I thinking all this time? And my daughter saw you for the first time, and she's like, what, she was 24. Like, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, we take this shit serious now. I feel like we're better now than we ever have been in terms of, like, you know, how we deliver and you know, our consistency. Because back in the early 90s, I didn't have any consistency with my voice. Like, screaming and hollering, and we're drinking whiskey and smoking blunt. So my voice, I'd be like Busta Rhymes by mid-tour, you know, that sound like this. Trying to sing the songs where, you know, like, it's an up-pitch fucking vocal tone, and I could not stay on it because I was throwing my voice all the time. But once I got the control and all the breath shit, we started taking this shit like really serious. Yeah, that's when we decided we were gonna chop everybody's head off, Mike.
It fucking shows.
For sure, bro.
Fucking shows.
There's so many disappointing shows. You go to so many, like, man, you sound like shit. Like, you love this artist, you love the album. It's like, you sound like trash. You know, you sound like you didn't practice, or you don't know what the fuck you're doing. There's a lot of big artists who great albums, just terrible performances. Terrible. So when you hear somebody, like you said, Cypress, who sounds like the album, like literally like the album, it's like, this is a good show. You know, put some work into you.
And we tried not to have any wasteful moments. You know, like talking too much, talking over each other, which I fucking hate that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, Definitely don't do that. Like Sen and I got that part locked. You'll never hear that. And just, making sure we're delivering the song solid. And like when we flip a song, making sure that flip is as good or if not better than the original. You know what I mean? And we're still competitive. It's not like we're just dialing in, oh, let's just go do this show. Because you see that. I've seen that.
Yeah, it shows for sure.
We want to still be the ones chopping your fucking head off.
Fucking hey. Scared. I want to see, because you guys are going out with Atmosphere, right?
Yeah, we're going out with Farside and Atmosphere.
So I saw Atmosphere last year in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen them in like 20 years, maybe less than 20 years. But anyways, fucking Slug was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And held the fucking it was like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
You're still on it too.
Yeah.
So with you guys all,
Yeah, we did a run with them. We did a run with them, what was it, last year? Year or two ago.
Yep.
And yeah, man, it was just the fucking 1-2 punch. You know what I mean? They were bringing it. And yeah, Slug, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So, I look forward to getting out there with them. And Farside joining us. They're still fucking on it. They sound great.
Yeah, I saw them like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know. I saw them up in, where I'm at. But yeah, they were great.
I mean, they're still giving a lot of energy up there, man. It's awesome to see them like together. I mean,
Last one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Can't wait to get on the road with them guys.
These fucking 90s heads.
Yeah.
Hey. What's up?
Still in the fucking place. Smashing it out. Gotta do it. Oh, let's see where we are. Where are we?
12-0.
Oh shit, we're way over. All right, look. Thank you for the hash hole. It was enjoyable earlier. There's fresh drops on Cali Blaze. 4 new small strains, 5 new exotics. Deals site-wide on solventless hash and flour premium hash holes, hand-rolled hash holes for all you assholes. You know what I'm saying? Go to caliblaze.net for a discount. Use code BREALTV at checkout. All right. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. And I'm going to have to forego all this good shit here. But did you know? Today is the birthday of Jimmy Jam, born on this day in 1959.
Yes, sir. OG right there.
And did you know it is also the birthday of the legendary shredder, Stevie Vai, born on this day in 1960.
Yeah, man. Played with Zappa.
Right. He's
Birthday Stevie.
He's a bad motherfucker, this guy.
Remember Crossroads?
Oh, yeah.
When he played against Ralph Macchio?
Yeah. That was pretty good. When him and David Lee Roth did the David Lee Roth's first album together.
Yeah,
that shit was, ridiculous. Did you know it is the birthday of the legendary Tom Araya from Slayer, born on this day in 1961.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Tom and Steven, same day. Shit.
Yes. And did you know it is also the birthday of James Schaefer from Korn, born on this day in 1970. Salute, Monkey.
Oh, Monkey. They make a super group.
Love you, bro.
Yes, this is a super group that we just
all
pretty much
born on the
talked
same
about.
day.
Oh, my God.
And did you know in 1989, Gangstar dropped No More Mr. Nice Guy on this day?
Their very first album. This is on Wild Pitch before they moved over to EMI.
Yep.
Yeah. And did you know on this day in 2010, we lost Marvin Isley. Rest in peace.
Yeah. OG.
We're about to open up the Insane Asylum. That means y'all in the live chat and all that. If you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, we're here for it. Thank you for all the live chats. I mean, super chats so far. Much love to all y'all. Let's open it up.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
All right, let's do this. First one of the day here. We got Fresco for Life is asking, yo, Be Real, what case were you solving before the show?
What case was I solving before the show?
Oh.
Saying you look like a detective today.
Oh.
That was good.
Right.
What decade? What fucking...
Yeah, what decade?
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see?
Who are we going back to?
Oh, I was solving the case on the double-click orbit. Close to closing that case out. All right.
Tony in here saying old school Friday pickup check. He's saying I'm going to go see the Weed Man, maybe hit the mall, check in with the crew to see where the party's at. No phones, all leg work, he's saying.
Wouldn't it be something to go to a party and everybody, puts their phone in the basket? You know what I mean? And just actually engage, as opposed to you see 5 or 6 people on their phones in the party. They're not talking to fucking nobody.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the experiment. Come to the shit, put your phone in the basket, and can you talk to people? Yeah. I mean, there should be that. Because, how many times do you go to a restaurant and you see a whole group of people at a table? They're together,
and they're not.
But they're not together because everybody's on the phone looking at something different.
Oh, yeah.
Some motherfuckers are even communicating to each other.
Yeah.
On the phone.
On the phone right there. Hey, what about this? What are you going to eat? Or do you believe what this motherfucker is saying right now?
OMG.
I can't believe. OMG.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, like when you go to a dinner party, phones in the basket, yeah?
Yeah.
Unless you got to feed Instagram, like Trace. Trace needs to feed Instagram every meal. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Instagram sometimes eats before the actual person.
I'd say probably more.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because there's a whole generation of motherfuckers out there that feed Instagram first. Like, before I take one bite of this shit, Instagram got to get fed first.
Well, they're taking a picture first because you can't fuck it up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Instagram gets fed before you do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit. I ain't taking no pictures of my meals. I don't care how good they look.
For the gram, yo.
Instagram ain't getting fed off me. It's already too fat. All right, next.
What trips me out is like when you go to a restaurant, or me after serving in a restaurant, is you'll see like parents go into the restaurant with their kids, but everyone is on their phone with their 13 and 12-year-old. And I don't know, me growing up, that my parents would have shut that shit down.
For sure.
Yeah.
Not at the table.
Like everybody is on their phone, even the mom and dad. Everyone, they're not communicating.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, it's it's a shame.
It's just gotten worse.
It's worse.
Worse and worse.
Man.
Yep.
So, I don't even want to talk to my family. Let me just. They'll understand because they're in their phone too.
Yeah.
The chef should one up everybody.
Yeah.
Right. The guys in the kitchen take the picture of the meal before you give it to the fucker at the table. That way.
Yeah. Be a good advertisement. We take the picture for you.
We'll take the picture for you. Here it is. We're going to send it to you so you don't waste a minute on this.
Yep.
All right. Next one.
When you guys were talking about like Funk Flex, like having or playing an artist song, like the whole entire episode of their DJ show, would an artist ever like bring a bag though to those DJs and be like, "Yo, here's $10,000. I want you to play my song all week."
I would imagine.
Yeah, a lot of times people got offered that for sure. People did, people were on the table.
They weren't supposed to be. That's like
no,
right?
no.
Well, at a club, yeah. Well, going on the air. On the air, it's illegal. At a club, I don't know if it's illegal.
But even on the air though, that's what I'm kind of talking about.
Yeah, that's payola.
That's
right?
payola.
But like, would people be still doing that though?
Oh, people would try. People would definitely try.
People come up with like ingenious ways to get paid. From that, but eventually they get caught because. There's not really a way to sweep that under the fucking rug.
Right.
But you could create a marketing company.
Yeah.
And get paid through that. And you be the guy that has the marketing company and you may work at the station. And if you got carte blanche that like you could pick whatever fucking songs you want, they're not, you don't have the program director coming in there giving you the list of familiar songs you need to play. You could pretty much put what the fuck you want up there depending on who you are.
Well, that or you do that giveaway where you give like a listener a TV and the PD gets a TV.
Yeah.
Or those,
all those little things.
Those little tricks.
Oh man, there was so many tricks.
Legal
payola.
Is payola really a crime?
Federally, yeah, because they're not getting their piece of that pie. Like if I go pay you to pay a record, let's say I got a fucking huge artist and I come and say I'll give you $50,000 to fucking rock this for whatever until my next artist, right? You got the money, but the government ain't taxing you for that money because they don't know about it.
Yep.
And that's a problem.
But how about if they made it know about it? Like, hey, we're giving them 80 grand as income, then it's not illegal.
Wait, say that again?
Like, let's say they actually claim it. Like, the person says, hey, we're paying 80,000 for promotion.
It goes against FCC guidelines.
Yeah.
That's it. I got you.
And
know what I mean?
Personal level, you become known
because they can't regulate how many people are going to get money and actually fucking kick up.
Oh, that's crazy talk, though.
No, it is.
It really is, though. 'Cause at the end of the day.
But this has been the way since before you and I or anybody at this table was born.
Yeah.
It's not the right way, but I'm saying this has been the fucking way.
It's been a way.
Well, for one, I mean, let's say that's what you're engaging in, right? I mean, you're buying off this DJ, and let's say you buy off the DJ in the #1 market. So you're just only doing it in that market.
It's still against the law.
No, but I'm saying there's so many other places. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like
but
you can't pay every DJ.
it doesn't matter if it's in one place or a dozen. It's against the law.
Yeah, that don't make no sense because the DJ's getting a paycheck to play what he's being told.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you allow that, you can't regulate how many people are getting payola and you know how much the government is supposed to tax from that.
So the government hates the DJ.
I don't know if they hate the DJ.
Shit. That's pretty bold. I mean,
no, listen. If the DJ takes the listen.
That's what I see.
If the DJ takes the payola, the station pays the fucking piper, and then they fire the DJ. But the station is paying the fucking fine.
You get fined.
Yeah,
like
the
over
the DJ
6
is
figures.
But the DJ got the job because the DJ has the personality, which is the vibe.
Yeah, but that doesn't give them license to fucking be selling airtime, because that's what you're doing. You're selling their airtime and
legally, yeah.
The actual station and the FCC aren't gonna be cool with that because one taxes the other. You pay for that airtime, and if you're the DJ taking money to give these motherfuckers airtime that they can't account for,
oh yeah,
you're losing the job. And they're probably going to get fined from the FCC. Am I right on this?
Yeah, and probably like in the 6-figure range too.
Yeah, no, it's not a little fine. It's not a little slap in the hand fine.
Not at all.
All right,
and you're technically stealing from the company too.
Yeah, you're stealing from the company. Yeah. All right, next.
Mizzlin here saying, yo guys, I'm celebrating my 55th birthday today. Shout to all the fellow Geminis, the Dr. Greenthumb crew, and the Treehouse crew, and everyone who tunes into the podcast. I truly appreciate the great content, positive energy, real vibes you bring every day. And he was saying in the chat that his favorite song is Champion Sound.
Oh, thank you, man. That's off of the Back in Black album, produced by Black Milk. Salute to my man Black Milk.
Yeah.
Gave us that boom bap type of shit. If you haven't heard that Cypress album, make sure you check it out.
That dude's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Like, prolific, talented MC, badass producer, like, both scary.
Bobo and I were talking about like, hey man, who would be a dope collaboration to do a fucking album with? And there's all the obvious names, Primo, Pete Rock, and all those guys, but they were like crazy busy, and they had already had projects. And Bobo thought, hey, why not Black Milk? And I'm like, yeah. So we reached out to him, and he happened to be available, and. And what's crazy is it took a while to make this album because he kept flipping the songs. Like we'd start with one thing and then he flipped to another one and then flipped to another one. And I was like, damn, he's flipping all these songs. And each flip was better than the first. What we ended up with was fucking amazing. Like it was never a disappointment in any of the flips. It was all like, oh shit. And then he was like, he came and flipped it again. I'm like, oh, well, what happened? But this one's dope too. And then he flipped it for the last time. It was like, oh shit. But that's, Muggs kind of got me used to not falling in love with the first thing you record because the producer might change it. I mean, it's in their prerogative as producer to change the shit. And that's why we never leave the studio with demos. Like probably one of the only groups that we like left it all with Muggs and did not hear it until Muggs was completely done with it. That way we couldn't argue with him like, oh man, it should be this way. Blah, 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 blah. You know, it saved us a lot of drama. So I learned to disconnect from songs the minute I finished doing my shit and let the producer do what the fuck they do. So Black Milk was constantly surprising us with banging shit.
That's different.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a normal outlook.
Yeah, I try.
Like
You know?
MCs are usually like right in there, like, I need this, I need. It seems that's my take.
I'm like this, you know, if I was the co-producer, if my label as one of the creators with whoever we're doing shit with, if I was labeled the co-producer, then maybe, yeah, I'd be like, well, what about this or what about that? Because I produce too, but like if I'm going with a producer, I'm like letting them do what they do and not stepping on it, because it's then it's not necessarily them doing their thing, them doing what I want them to do. And I've learned to disconnect in that way, unless they ask for direction, like, hey, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
What should we do, or where do you want to go? That's different. But normally, yeah, if I'm working with the producer, shit, it's on them. Let's go.
So you and Les same way?
Same way.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I like working like that. And if they need direction, I'll give it to them. And if they don't need it, let's just fucking go. Go. All right.
FC in here saying my birthday is tomorrow. Thanks all of y'all, especially Callie Blaze, for being a sober inspiration and be real with them gems.
Hey,
and
Luke
C
from
minus
Pasadena.
too.
Happy birthday, Gemini.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday. We send you love and positive vibes, and hopefully you got some good weed too.
Yeah, man.
Braggy being here saying I got a new car recently. Now I find myself washing it daily. He's asking, how long do you wash a new car?
Well, not every
Not
day.
daily.
Yeah. Fucking called OCD, bro. Yeah. It's obsessive.
Get a car cover, man.
Fuck.
He's probably just staring at it from his
I would
window.
say, like, depending on the color of the car. If it's black, maybe every 2-3 days.
It depends where you live too, because like where I live, shit, I can wash my car today and tomorrow it's fucking dusty
Yeah,
because the
same.
fucking wind blows out there a little bit.
Yeah, so it don't matter if it's white or black, but black shows so fast, man.
Black
Like, when
and
you-
white.
Yeah, black is the worst, man. You'll get it shine, and like half hour later, you can see that dust coat. You're like, oh man, they look the best when they're clean. They're just the hardest to keep clean.
Get one of them like plastic style car covers. Don't get the like nylon ones or the fabric style ones. You get that shit that, you know, the dust ain't gonna get through that. Because I mean, if you're really worried about you just washed your car, you need a car cover.
Yep.
Or park it in the garage if you have one. I don't know. All right.
Every day is ludicrous.
It is.
Yeah.
Stand up.
He's also asking who at the table fishes. He's going fishing.
Enjoy.
Oh, have a good one, man. Pretty
I mean, I used
relaxing.
to fish when I was a kid, but I haven't done it since I was a kid. I just
Same.
have no time, nor the want to go into the sea to fish.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I will let others do that.
We got good tuna fishing and shit right here in Southern California. It's dope. We should actually do like a BREALTV, like, you know.
No.
Big fish. He's like, no, you're not going out there.
No.
You don't have to go that far here. You literally got to go in between here and Catalina. And it's like,
Yeah, that's not bad.
No,
But I'm
not.
saying going on like a cruise, like in the middle of the ocean shit, nah, that ain't never, you ain't never going to hear about me doing that unless, you know, they say, hey, you know, we all got to get on massive ships and leave this place because it's going to be destroyed.
Yeah.
Like in the movies, you know, that's the only scenario you will see me on. Maybe I might just say, fuck it, I'm going down with the ship, chief.
Yeah. You watch people in those fishing and crabbing shows out in like the Bering Sea.
No.
It's basically living hell. It's freezing and 20, 30 foot fucking.
Oh yeah,
waves,
nah,
dude?
Oh yeah.
bro. No way.
What was it called? The most dangerous job, some shit or something
yeah.
like that.
Dude.
I know what you're talking about. The crab one. What's it
Yeah, the
called?
crab
Block.
one. Yeah.
And
Deadliest catch.
Deadliest catch.
Deadliest
There
catch.
you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Those are the most dangerous. Is like the red crab, the opilio crab, and shit like that, and the king crab.
All right.
Those are terrible.
Real quick, this is for Steph Tone. I can't remember who it was, but this lady came on the news yesterday, and she's well known. She's a activist, and she was saying within the next couple of years we're going to start seeing Sasquatch, son.
Yep.
Sasquatch is coming out. Out of the forest closet, son. Sasquatch is coming out.
They're everywhere.
That's what she said. I can't remember what her fucking name was. But yeah, she's validating the Squatch, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or the Squatches, because there's more than one. All right. What else you got?
Xanadu was saying, yo, Steph Tone, Javi is freaking awesome.
That was
So true.
And the little Lopez's.
And the little Lopezers.
People are asking if you guys listen to the new Lil Wayne album, The Carter 6.
I haven't. Oh, another Carter, huh?
I'm going to at some point.
It's the one that said he's been holding back since the whole him and
who?
When his whole beef with leaving, I think, Cash Money.
Oh yeah.
Wayne got skills. I haven't heard the album, but I hope it's good.
It probably will be. He got some bars.
He does lyrically.
Yeah.
Fucking, you don't have to like his music, but lyrically, he's fucking mad talented.
You know what's crazy is you think it, but the dude is a student of the game.
Yeah.
Like he knows hip hop.
Yep.
It's some crazy shit. You
I
know.
didn't write the book. I just read it.
He may do something completely different, like in his style of rap music or whatever. But like, yeah he's a hip hop head for sure. Yeah. He had us play one of his birthdays.
Really?
And this motherfucker was up there in the front row singing the songs with me, but not on the mic. He was just right there in my face, singing all the fucking words to like Kill a Man, Hand on the Pump. Like pretty much everything we fucking played, he knew. Awesome. And that tripped me out. I was like, I had a whole different outlook on him at that point.
So cool.
But yeah, salute to Lil Wayne. Congratulations on the new album.
Yeah.
Gotta check it out.
Yep.
This was the night I got shoved to the side by Nicki Minaj. I was faced this way and she was coming towards me, so she didn't see who I was, and she came and boom, side checked me, bro. What the fuck?
Hell yeah!
I swear to God, I seen her little tiny ass fucking walking towards her. I'm like, oh okay. Because had it been anyone else, I would have said something fucked up. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Her little ass side checked me real hard. Get out of the way, nigga. Like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah. That it was epic to me. You know what I mean? I didn't wash that rib for like 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I only scrubbed on this side. This side, I left it low because Nikki gave me the elbow right there. I was like,
fucking Nikki.
This is where she hit me. I'm gonna tattoo her elbow, right?
The bruise. The bruise. Tattoo the bruise.
Oh shit. There are some fanatic motherfuckers that would have done that. This is right where she hit me, so I tattooed like what I think where her elbow would have been.
With her autograph.
Doesn't it look just like it?
Yeah. It does.
Do people got weird Be Real tattoos?
I don't know if they're weird, but they got a lot of Cypress tattoos and portraits of all three of us, or myself as Dr. Greenthumb, or Soul Assassin tattoos and stuff like that. It's a combination of the whole shit. It's pretty crazy because, I mean, you know, as an artist, that's not something you think that's going to happen. Right? Did you think you'd see Deftones on people's fucking body?
No. We got a lot of fans that really got a lot of tattoos of us and our album covers and all that. It's amazing, actually. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, none of us really think about the impact it'll have on people that they'll put it on their bodies. But like, I still see it to this day. People will, you know, DM us when they're getting a fresh Cypress Hill tattoo on them. Like this morning, someone fucking sent me one. They were getting it on their leg or something like that. And it's crazy because, I mean, you just don't think about that part, that you will have impact like that.
Yeah, ain't nobody. Yeah, now that you mention it, it's like ain't nobody got our new record yet, and
you better go get that.
I can guarantee that one's gonna end up on the skin because it's the rest of them already have. This one's it's like made for it.
Oh yeah, when Elephants on Acid came out, you know, especially because it was produced by Muggs, like the whole fucking thing, like old school Cypress, right? Shit, they got that album cover immediately.
Yeah.
You know, some of those hardcore fans, man, they like activate fast, especially if it's something unique. You know what I mean? Like that's, you know, our Cypress Hill logos have served us well.
Man, respect to those people, man.
Yeah, look at that. She got it on the forearm right there.
Yeah, that's tight.
Tattoo people are always looking for a reason to get tattooed, and music is not like a girl where you're going to regret it one day. You're going to always love that band. You know what I'm saying? Things aren't usually going to change unless, I don't know, these days if they say something political you don't agree with, they might be pissed. But realistically, music stays forever. So people don't mind tattooing it because they know they're going to love it even in 20 years.
That artist did a great job.
They do this for the same reason the music lives forever.
Yep.
That's why that tattoo's there. 'Cause that's going to live forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they laser it off. All right.
Like Pete Davidson, bro, did you see he got like
most of it?
I don't care.
all of them. Like I thought it was like 100.
I don't care.
Yeah, but that's crazy. How do you take every one of your tattoos off?
That's wild.
I don't care what he does.
Admit.
It's all good.
Opposite of pussy. Yeah, it was painful. All that shit he had to get
Still
removed.
pussy.
Well, it's like it's wishy-washy is what it is. It's not necessarily pussy because it hurts more taking it off than putting it
that's
on.
true.
It's wishy-washy. Like, do you want them or do you not want them? What the fuck? Who are you?
Yeah.
All right, next.
RS70's asking if any of you guys flew on the Concorde back in the day.
No.
No.
How old do you think
But I
we
used
are?
to see it.
We're not that old, fucker.
Jesus Christ. And it was a hell of
No, it was
expensive.
flying until the early 90s at least.
No.
When?
It started
that's
again.
It did.
86.
You know, I wish they had the
Definitely
Concorde.
went into the
thing.
90s. It flew into JFK.
I wish they still had the Concorde rolling.
I thought they started it back up.
2003
Oh,
it
They're,
returned.
fuck.
they're
Never
supposed
mind.
to.
Definitely. I used to see that fucking thing.
They're supposed to start it back up, but like that would make our trips to fucking Europe so much easier and quicker.
What was it, like
But it was
3
just
hours
out of
from
New
New York? or
York,
something?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was out of JFK.
Yeah,
I wanna
because-
say it was like 3 hours to London.
Yeah, because they wouldn't allow it to fly over the continental United States because of the fucking sonic boom over every fucking city that would probably happen. But
Even their cruising speed, like when they're going slow, it's extremely loud.
hey, I don't give a shit. If I could shave some hours off that, I would fly to New York and then jump on that shit. Or fly to New York the night before and then jump on that, which it would be like 3 hours or something like that.
Less reading.
Yeah. Less reading.
That was less than 3 hours.
Absolutely less reading.
Less than 3 hours, dude. From New York to London.
You know, they needed to pretty much investigate those planes and figure out how to upgrade them safely for you to fly at the speed that fucking thing was flying at.
What if it only took 3 hours just normally, and them other ones were just taking their sweet ass time?
They weren't.
Look at that, dude.
They
Look
could
at how many miles
they
it is.
could they could fly faster, but they burn more fuel this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was an accident that put it out of commission, a certain accident, and because of the
Yeah,
way the design
it was taking off, and it fucking I think it caught fire or something like
it
that.
hit a building or something, I believe. Like it was bad.
Look at that. Cruising speed was Mach 2.
Mach 2.
Mach
bro.
2.
Yeah. And the average flights, like when we're on them, are like 500 and something miles an hour, upper five. So like when you're flying commercially, yeah, it's usually like upper five. So that's more than double the speed, almost triple the speed.
Yeah, I mean we're up there at what, like
30,000, 35,000.
Yeah, 400, 500 miles an hour or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe
600 at the peak.
Yep,
I mean,
upper
That's
fives.
double. Like
probably
you're
worth
in
one.
your seat, like
G-forces.
Jeez, baby.
Shit.
that's crazy. I would do it. Why
I think
not?
I've ridden on one of those Concords back in the day. I mean, if they were in service till what, 2003 it said?
Oh, you would have known if you were on.
I want to see 2 or 3 years of operation before I get on one.
Yeah.
But then I will definitely get on.
And it was mad expensive. Like that
yeah.
was, you had to have big money to fly on that. That thing was probably triple to quadruple the price of any.
And the funny thing is the seats were small. They weren't
Small?
even fucking
Oh, yeah.
luxurious. It
Yeah, you
just
could-
all it is getting you there faster. That's all it is. You want to get there fast, there's a price on that. But there's no bells and whistles. You don't get a big old nice fucking luxurious seat because
No, it's kind of small.
yeah. All right.
All right, you guys were talking kind of about the deadliest catch. You're saying you guys wouldn't go on a boat
Nope.
like
No.
that?
See that shit?
that,
No way,
dude.
bro.
Fuck.
That boat's over 100 feet and it's
No.
throwing it around like it's nothing.
No thanks.
And that water's like negative 1,000,000 degrees. So no.
Oh yeah, look, that's what you want to be doing.
that.
Hey, these guys
Yeah.
get paid a lot of money.
Fuck that shit, dude.
But it's based upon how much crab they grab.
Oh.
Because if they don't grab enough, they ain't making no money. You're out there doing all that crazy shit.
Yeah, they get percentages of the haul. So if it's low, you're fucked. You just spent and they're out there for like 2 months at a time. So, it's crazy.
You got to have a good
Look
captain.
at that. Like,
Yep.
that's just
Look at that.
terrifying. No.
Yeah, that's what I want to do for a living.
Hell no.
Right?
No way, man. That shit is wild.
I'm changing it up.
Step away from rap.
I'm leaving hip hop and I'm going on a
Fishing.
boat. I'm going crabbing.
Crabbing, yo.
Crabbing it out.
You got to fill your boat with crab.
Literally.
And then bring it back to the port.
Wait,
Gotta
no,
dip
no, no,
it
no,
back
no.
to the dock.
You got to live getting there to fill the crab, then live
Yeah.
getting back.
Yeah, you
To and
got
from.
Yeah, you got to live to and from.
And keep them alive.
And doing while you're retrieving the crabs.
And you got to keep them alive because if you show up and they're dead, they're worthless. So
Well, yeah, they go in a tank.
live tanks.
Yeah. No,
'Cause they're
it's not a
crabs.
job I want. But thank
it.
you for y'all motherfuckers that do it because that shit is crazy. Whew. No thanks.
Delicious, but I ain't going to catch it.
Right.
All right, next.
Look at that thing.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Totally want to
thank
be
you.
doing that.
Just
Nope.
think somewhere in that boat.
I think E-Zone would be seasick just looking at this.
Look at that shit.
Fuck that.
Huge ass wave, dude.
So somewhere in that boat is a tank that holds all their shit.
Oh, yeah. That part, too. Or they probably dump it, though.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a... Yeah, they flush that shit right out into the ocean, man.
Fuck you, Ocean.
Fuck you, ocean. Here, take this shit.
Hey, take this shit.
Take
bro.
this shit,
See what
ocean.
cruise ships flush out. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cool.
That happens in the fucking, middle of the ocean. Not near any coastline. It's all in the middle.
Take this shit.
Sea life dealing with this shit. Here, deal with this shit, sea life.
That shit's just right off the coast. It's just right over there. You can't even see it.
Yeah, we can't see it. All right, next.
All right, Juicy Jules is saying everyone go wish Reiki Rabbit a happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday, Reiki Rabbit. Shit, we didn't even know that.
I know. I was
Happy
about to say, we
birthday.
just seen her. We would have said happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ricky Rabbit.
For sure.
GQ's asking, did y'all have any of those crazy Pete Rock remixes?
He did a, well, I don't know.
Did he?
No, for House of Pain, he did the remix.
Yeah,
but
he did jump around.
Yeah, no. He did an original for us called Light It Up on the Rise Up album. That's a dope joint. If you don't know about that one, it's on the Rise Up album. Pete Rock gave us a slapper. There's also a video to it. You could check it out. We filmed it at one of our haunted hills back then when we were doing all of them in New York. Yeah.
Hopefully that comes back this year.
Yeah. Well, not this year.
No.
I don't think this year, but next year.
And that seems to be it for the super chats.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chats. We know more come as we go, and we will take them when we see them. Yeah, this summer I think we're foregoing the Haunted Hills because we're going to record something in October. So, we need some time to be in the studio and shit. But next year, Haunted Hills going to be popping, so make sure you check for that. All right. Well, we got them. Let's get into submissions.
What?
Dr. Greenthumb Show! Time for submission! Dr. Greenthumb Show! BREALTV! Submission!
All right, first submission of the day here. We got Utah Hawk up in here. He's saying being in charge of the food at my work can be fun. Here's $3,500 worth of food for the summer kickoff fiesta I just did. He's saying he's got a carne asada, 70 pounds of chicken, 10 pounds of cheese, 4 pans of beans, 4 pans of rice, 3 pans of guac, 20 pounds of chicharrones, and along with tons of sauces and salsa.
Chicharrones.
He's also got cilantro, lettuce, tortilla chips. He's saying he spent 7 straight hours on the flat top.
I bet he did.
Chicharrones.
It's a lot of food, man.
Bring it.
It's about to be popping for some people out there. You know what I mean?
Out there in Utah.
Come on.
Walking it up. All right.
Hell yeah.
Chicken. Looks good.
Chicken right there.
Yeah, big shout to the Hawk. All right, next in here is we got Ant in here. He's got the strong one, flat earth.
Yeah.
Saying,
There you go.
what up?
Yeah.
See that thing, Steph? That's great.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, shout to Ant. He's always making step tone stickers.
That's a good.
Hell yeah.
That's a
What
good
a band.
That'd be a good T-shirt right there.
Smile is great.
Our boy Nicolich in here saying, I got a new skateboard for my wife as a birthday present, saying I love it. Thanks for your advice about the skateboard.
It's a dope skateboard.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Sick.
Got that big boy size too.
Yep.
I gotta get
I
one.
like your style, dude.
You still skating, C, or not?
A little bit. I just need to get new. I need to get new wheels and bearings. So, but I haven't scooted in a minute.
It's probably best you don't.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I still want to go out and cruise, like go up and down the street for a little bit. That's fun. But yeah, as far as like I learned my lesson a long time ago. But it's still fun.
Yeah. Taking a dump at 55 ain't the same.
It ain't the same.
No, man, it wasn't the same like fucking 2 years ago.
And
When I took that dump, I was like, oh, it hurt more.
And and that's really the difference between riding bikes and skateboarding.
Yeah.
Like riding bikes is fun. I mean, unless you really hit a curb or something really deliberate, you're not gonna crash. You know what I mean?
On a
skateboard,
a
you
skirt,
could just be going down the street, just
skirt rock.
Yeah, rock, a twig. I mean, anything random can take you out.
Little pebble.
Yeah, and I mean, you gotta roll. You gotta know how to roll it out, but you're gonna hit the ground. That's the part.
And if you don't know how to roll it out, you're hitting the ground even harder.
Yep.
You gotta learn to roll.
And that
You gotta
fit
learn to
Even
roll,
if
dude.
you're not a roll at a certain age.
Yeah. And that 55.
Yeah. Even if you roll right, that
No.
shit is fucked up, man.
It hurts.
Hey, listen. If you're 55 and you ate shit on a skateboard, you deserved it.
But that's my point. That's all I'm saying. And it's gonna happen.
Let it be for the kids.
Like I literally, I look at my skateboards in the garage right now, and I'm just like, man, you want to go, but if you fall, you're gonna really be mad.
If you do it consistently, I could see, what I mean, because you're built for it. You've taken the falls, because like if you're riding a skateboard, you're taking falls here and there, and that's just the way of it.
I ain't taken a skateboard fall in like a decade.
Yeah, but because you haven't rode in a decade. But I'm saying if you've been riding from that time to now, a fall to you would be, I mean, yeah, it's still at the age, but you'd be used to the falls because you still take them.
Yeah.
Even riding bikes, you don't have to be doing no buck shit. You could fucking take a fall. We've all taken them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, knowing how to deal with them at the age you're at. And at 50, if you haven't fucking been doing it for a long time or consistently, that fall is going to be a little tough.
It's going to be a bit.
Yeah.
The thing with skating, too, is you hit those little rocks, you don't even see it.
You never see them. You just
skirt.
Yep. You hear it, feel it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
All right, B, this is really cool. Miro in here saying, hey, just forwarding this image made by my friend and one of my best tattoo artists here in Prague, John Ehrman, showing his design.
Oh, that's cool.
Dope. It's cool to see like that process.
Not AI.
Yep.
There's time lapse on the iPad though.
Yeah, a lot of people draw on those too now.
Yeah, no, I mean the iPad will like if you're using Procreate, it records your whole everything you're doing. So you'll have like a full on like time lapse of everything.
That's dope, man.
That's crazy.
Oof. Good shit.
Hell yeah.
All right, B, I don't know if I showed this, but I'm just going to show it again. Diggity Dang saying, went to the Providence Orchestra show with my girlfriend. Noticed B walking by the venue. On the way back after the show, got to meet Sendog and the doctor and got our tickets signed. Also got VIP tickets for the August show in Connecticut.
Also got me with my glasses off.
It's a rare photo right there.
Very rare.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was saying in Canada just recently, I was so fucking high. It was in Quebec. I came out to the first song, and it's been years since I did anything on stage without my glasses. I went the first, I'm going to say, verse of the song. I didn't even realize I didn't have them on. I looked down at something. I think probably the set list as I'm going to, and I saw my glasses in my pocket. I'm like, oh shit, I'm out here without my glasses. That was a very rare moment. If they got that, that was very rare.
Yeah.
Like a trace steak. It's very rare.
Like, how did you play it off, putting it back on? You just like waited to just...
I was doing my verse and I realized it, and I kind of turned around. I grabbed the glasses and just put them on. But yeah, it was like a moment of slippage. Did not realize it. I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It was a glitch in the Matrix. All right, next.
He's also showing off the autographs. You and Sendog's autograph right there. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Can't hate on that one.
He's only human.
I gotta compare him.
Look at Sendog's. He didn't even put the O in there.
He didn't even. He gave up on that one.
Gave up on the O right there. It's like Sendogu.
No, he put the O. He didn't throw the D in there.
No, the D's right there. You don't see that?
No, he turned the O into the D.
Okay, I see what you said.
yeah,
He
yeah.
turned. Yes, he did. Yeah. Damn, he was in a hurry. Let me get the fuck out of here. That's what that signature says. I am the fuck out of here. I don't even know if that said signature. It doesn't.
Oh, damn.
Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I know Sen did it, but that doesn't look like how he writes it.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
I was like, salute.
That shit looks.
I know mine looks
like
the one I usually do.
That one looks straight.
How much has that evolved?
Illiterate.
It's evolved a little bit. I've kind of kept it close to that. It's just a little bit more legible than it used to be.
Yeah, it looks clean.
Yeah, I try to pronounce the E and the A very much so, because sometimes there's a blur there. All right.
He's also saying in Connecticut, hoping to get this rig signed by you.
Oh, I remember that rig. Yes.
Awesome.
It's a little box.
It's dope.
Like a little, you remember them little mini cereal boxes you get in the big pack?
Great.
It was about that
like
size,
4
yeah.
of them, but they were great.
Yeah. I might have one here somewhere.
Those are delicious.
Unless it got broken.
Oh, dude.
I love those little boxes of cereal. Straight up 4 of them easy.
Exactly. They're
Mix 'em
so
up.
bad for you. It's literally one of the worst things, and the worst way to start your day is just a bowl full of sugar, because that's literally.
No, it's poison.
It's just poison. But
You're crashing out
delicious
like before
poison.
you even start.
Yep.
Word.
yeah, it's
It
great.
is so bad,
Yeah.
but they're delicious.
It's
Yeah.
delicious.
Fuck, it's
Frosted
good.
Flakes and the whatnot.
All
That
of
is
them
the
so
best
good.
stoner munchies. Is
Oh,
the
yeah.
kids' cereal.
Yeah. It's
So
the easiest. All right.
All right, Alex from Dallas is saying, want to congratulate my nephew Eric graduating high school.
Hey,
Yeah.
congratulations, Eric.
Eric, yeah.
Hell yeah, you got that Psycho Realm cap right there too. See, it's on his cap.
Yep.
Psycho Realm logo. I see. That's
Nice.
right. Get that education.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that looks dope.
Yep.
Hey, congratulations, man. Great job.
Yep.
Keep reaching for the stars, baby.
Scott saying, went to go see the dark comedy Friendship with Paul Rudd and enjoyed a Cali Blaze hash hole.
My
All
man.
right. Yep, you could see it.
Boy,
You can see it.
You could see it.
You can do
perfectly
it.
centered.
Sauron.
Shout out to Strain Chasers for the great role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try.
Jason in here saying, happy Friday to the table and Treehouse crew, smoking on some of that fire OG on a 10 milli.
There you
He's
go.
saying, yes, it is a thick, zag, king-size paper, but it still sure does taste good.
Hey, it's all right. Whatever it takes for you to get that thing, rolled up.
There you go.
That leaves the worst amount of residue, though, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more paper, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't mind, listen, if that's what you like, but there's so much shit in that paper. Oof. Brutal. Use the ultra thins if you can.
Ultra thins, yes.
Ultra thin. If you could use the least amount of paper, the better.
How's that joint be?
He didn't ask for a rating. Don't try to light something up over here. He didn't ask for a rating.
Right. He's just enjoying it. Don't ruin his fucking day.
Yeah, well, you want to ruin his day, man.
Scumbag.
I don't want to ruin anybody's day.
You did.
I was just curious.
Oh, you already know what I think.
That's what we call it now.
Yeah.
And you and I may disagree on what that is, but you already know.
Well, there's two things. It's a very smokable joint.
Yes.
But if we're judging it, we're going to go all off on that thing.
Oh, yeah. There's many ways to go off on this joint right here.
It's going to smoke good, though.
But we're not going to do that. We're going to say, good job and enjoy it, because you will, no matter how it looks.
That's right.
All right, Twacklack is saying he's showing off a little painting. He's saying this is called Face. It's 25 on 36 on acrylic on canvas.
That's dope. I like it.
That's real life art.
Yeah.
All right, got a super chat here. The Great Pretender saying Happy Friday to the table and Treehouse. Is there any newer music that you guys are into at the moment that isn't hip hop?
Newer music that isn't hip hop. Wow. What a question that is.
No. I don't know anything. And I'm not trying to sound cool. I just don't know anything new and cool.
Newer music that isn't hip hop.
I love this band called Bill Murray, and they got a song called Blindsided.
They're dope.
And it's got like 8 different guitar tones, like within like the first 45 seconds of the song.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm just like, damn, just so many different sounds.
Dude, I would say for me, the new Salt album. It's a group out of the UK, R&B group called SAULT, and they just put out an album called 10, and it's just banger after banger. That's like produced by producer Inflo and his wife Cleo Soul are prominent figures.
They said album or new artist? New album, new artist?
Newer music.
Newer music, just newer music?
Yep. Not hip hop.
Deftones' new album.
It's gonna be sick.
Bring it.
Hell yeah. Same team.
GDP Smoke is saying, or how about you, Mike? You listening to anything?
I can't think of anything right now.
That's usually his line. That's usually Cali Blaze.
It's not hip hop. I can't. Oh fuck.
It's
I don't
hard.
know. If someone comes to me, I'll let you know. But not.
You've had a steady diet of hip hop this whole time.
I've diversified.
Yeah.
Right. But I still listen to hip hop first.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know.
Yeah, but you like some rock too.
I do, but I don't. There's nothing new in my mind that I can think of right
Yeah.
now. That's like, what the fuck? What is that?
Yeah, I
what's
could-
Another record. I'm thinking. I don't know.
I know you mentioned you have a 24-year-old daughter. Is she into like hip hop or any newer kind of music that you know of?
Has she put you onto something that wasn't on your radar?
Yeah, they have. I have 2 daughters, right? So, but off the top, there's like some more like maybe some neo soul stuff that I wasn't like fucking with, but I can't think of a group right now. My younger daughter, no, because she's a rockhead, more so an older soul rockhead. Like she still fucking with Korn and Tool. And,
So it's stuff you already know. That stuff.
Right. But yeah, Janelle's working on being a DJ and stuff too, so she's sort of all over the place.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm fucking no use at all.
Yeah, some of us in the golden era, all we did was listen to hip hop.
For a time.
Other music passed us by for a time till we opened back up.
Yep, for a long time.
It almost felt like we were so dedicated that we weren't going to listen to nothing else.
100%.
Because I remember listening to a bunch of shit before hip hop came along, and most especially, metal and rock and shit like that.
Yeah.
And when I got introduced to hip hop, I didn't listen to none of that shit for many years until, Run DMC popped off with Walk This Way and shit like that. Or actually, it was later. It was actually later than that. I can't remember what record it was, but Yeah, I wasn't listening to any of that shit. Just a steady diet of hip hop for a very long time.
Hip hop is very metal. As a metal guitar player, I love hip hop, and it's just missing the guitar.
Yeah,
that's all. To me, that's what I hear. That's what I love about it. I'm like, damn, that shit is hard.
Well, the funny thing is, I was gonna say, like growing up, especially in the '90s, people who listened to alternative, grunge, whatever you wanted to call it back then, listened to hip hop. But people who listen to hip hop didn't necessarily listen to that. You know, like didn't transfer the other way. But 90% of the people who I knew who were wearing, you know, stupid Janko jeans still listened to Wu and all the good hip hop that was out. Like they listened to all of it. Well, they got the best of both worlds.
Well, what it was too is that a lot of us was growing up to, like, let's just say our parents' music and maybe our older siblings or uncles or aunts or whatever. And when we got onto hip hop, that, like, our generation specifically, it was more like ours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first gen.
Yeah,
so it was like run with it.
Yeah, and we all took it in, and we pushed everything else that we learned from them out, and like this was ours, and immersed ourselves pretty much in it until, you know, certain things change, and you start hearing some of the rock influences in hip hop through first Run DMC and then the Beastie Boys and then the rest. Because there were rock samples, just like we were saying earlier, you know, hip hop is made from everything, you know, so obviously it was going to infiltrate in different ways throughout the existence of the genre, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get the subgenre where people are now creating the fusion with hip hop and rock or metal or whatever, however your twist is, like a Rage Against the Machine or a Limp Bizkit or a Korn or any of those guys that sort of kind of commingled it, like the Deftones. All these groups sort of had a hip-hop sensibility within their sound.
Yeah.
Whether it was metal, rock, punk, whatever, you know what I mean? Right, Steph? Is that kind of close?
For sure. We were all, I mean, like I said, we're all fans of hip-hop. I mean, it's all some of our favorite music.
Yeah, so it bridges together.
And there was a lot of people listening to hip-hop who were closetly listening to all of your kind of music, just not in groups when they were with their friends. Oh, yeah? You listened to it at home, but you didn't talk about it out in the street.
I think Faith No More was one of the first groups that, like, the dude was singing, homie, you know, Patton was singing, but he also broke into the rap section of the fucking song.
Yep.
And that was kind of like the first hint of the bridge coming.
What was that? It was like Anthrax doing Bring the Noise.
Yeah,
Anthrax, Bring the Noise.
Because Anthrax was my favorite band back in the day. So when they did that with Public Enemy, which I was already a fan of, I was like, this is sick.
That was insane.
Yeah.
That was so crazy.
That was dope.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was dope. Those two songs were very influential
And then there was,
in this thing coming together like it did, you know.
And then, you know, I mean, there was the Judgment Night soundtrack.
Oh,
you know, like all you guys' collabs. That shit was incredible.
Yeah, that shit you guys did was insane.
Yeah.
Judgment Night
Both of them.
a dope soundtrack.
Yeah, it is. It's slept on, I think.
It's better than the movie.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Definitely.
Anybody will say it.
Yep.
All right. What else you got?
I just got a few more super chats here. GDP Smoke is saying, salute to the doctor and the highest crew. I'm about to stun and flip this magic marker.
Oh.
Saying birthday shout out to Reiki Rabbit. Hope y'all have a good weekend.
Word up, salute.
Browsy in here saying happy birthday to Reiki Rabbit as well. And Nicolich is asking any Frank Sinatra fans at the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Frankie,
Everybody likes
baby.
a tracker too.
He's got a catalog of great songs.
Yeah.
Word up.
Yeah, he's got one of my favorite albums is In the Wee Small Hours.
If I'm not listening to classical music on the way home, I might pop into the Sinatra station and tap into that.
Bring it.
Yeah. All right.
And that seems to be it so far.
Word up. We want to thank all y'all for being here with us today, for your love, energy, support, and time. You could be anywhere, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. And we want to say thank you to my man, Mike Nardone, for popping in with us.
Thank you.
Word up, man. You got to come sit in more often.
Yeah.
Talk some hip hop.
If next time I'm down, I'll let you know.
Hell yeah, man.
Take the show on the road. Come up to Bellingham.
Oh, we got to do that.
Fuck it, let's go.
Bellingham.
Shit. Word up, man. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Family. Well, one, Lynette, my wife. She got us in early, so I don't have to rush through traffic to get here, so thank you, baby. My daughters and my future son-in-law. So Kiana, Janelle, and my future son-in-law, Ben.
All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Word up.
Got a month and a few days.
And if anyone lives in your area where you're broadcasting, let them know where you're broadcasting.
Oh, KZAX 94.9 FM. It's online too. I'm on Sunday night, 6 to 8. Still doing hip hop. We'll continue to do hip hop. Bear with me.
That's
Love
right.
it. Yeah. So it's not a new music show. It's just a hip hop show.
Yeah.
It's fun as fuck. I talk shit. It's crazy.
Hey,
it's fun.
You know, you got all the credentials to be able to talk shit, for sure. Because you've been out here doing it a long time and repping the culture, repping hip hop, and you know, you opened a lot of doors for a lot of people early on.
Thank you.
And that was awesome, man. So salute to you, my brother.
Perfect
and,
timing.
you are always welcome to come sit in with us when you're in town. Shit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dude.
Word up. C-, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, I want to shout out everyone that watches, everyone here at the table, B, Blaze, Strong Tone, Mike Nardone, man. Thank you for back in the day being the first ones. You and Ems put me and Chalk on the radio, dude. Like, forever thankful for that because of our appearance on your show is what caught us to get our gig over at Power, dude. So, and just being
you got the better of it.
So, and it's always being a rad friend, like, dude. Ever since we met way back, you know, was it 93, 94? Like, dude, you've been a solid friend, so salute to you, sir.
Thank you, man.
And,
always, I'm here.
Hell yeah, this dude, follow him, and he's got this, a really rad taste in hip hop. He's put me on to stuff, and his show We Came From Beyond was one of the best shows. It was like, I remember DJing with Cutmaster Kurt on your show, just like fucking around, just like it was so fun just to be like part of that. And man, just thank you. Like, I appreciate you even having us involved or just putting us on. Like, I appreciate it.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oh yeah. You can follow me at C-Fan4 on all the social media, and I'm DJing tomorrow in Baco at the Bottle Shock Wine and Beer for Prince's birthday. I'm going to do a 2-hour Prince set, so it'll be fun in Bakersfield, California, my hometown. So yeah, see you tomorrow night over there. I go on at 10, and everyone have a great weekend. What up there, Bolton?
Yo, shout the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout to Ray Morning Shot Films. Shout to the Dominator. Shout to Mike for stopping by. And what up, Steph Tone?
Shout out Mark Sargent, Karen B, David Weiss, Kelly Blaze. Hell yeah, Hash Holes. B, C-, Mike, nice to meet you. Bolton, Ray Morning Shot Films, Terrence Velvet Hammer, Dominator, Atom, Pedro, Javi Lopez, E-Zone. Thank you for the jacket. Dope. All the Asylum on all the different platforms. Y'all have a great weekend. Catch y'all next week. Cali Blue.
Hey, shout out to Mike. Thanks for coming through, bud. Everybody here at the table, 5150s Insane Asylum. Follow me, Cali_Blaze on Instagram and CaliBlaze.net. Put in code BREALTV at checkout. Much love.
Put the work in to be the best you that you can be. Swallow that.